Welcome in, everyone, for another Tuesday Legacy. We've already got matches going up, and we are getting ready. Maybe.
It's good. It already says it's good. Here we go.
I'll pull up Restream. I did that.
There we go. Uh-oh.
It's going to come up over here every time.
Required update. That's not fair. So we got quite a match for you to start us off here on this Tuesday.
Yes.
I think we'll have all 4 rounds of Legacy tonight. And we're starting off with Calvin, who we've seen play the same Grixis control deck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty much the same, pretty close to the build I was playing against, losing to you.
Right.
And then Corey threw together I believe a mono-white soldiers deck. So
I keep thinking I understand what Corey likes to be doing with Magic, and then like the next week he'll bring a new deck, and I'm just like, yeah, he can just play anything.
Right?
Welcome in, Intensity Rises. Insanity. Welcome.
So we'll get these guys seated and hopefully seated. Maybe they're.
Are they repairing?
Yeah, maybe we're repairing up here.
Here, I might leave you alone for a second. I'm going to get them on the commentator sheet.
All right, there we go. We do have Corey versus Calvin. Corey's wearing a super yellow shirt to match his yellow deck box. And Calvin is on that Thoughtseize playmat that we've seen a few times before. Calvin has mixed it up between Grixis Delver, and he also plays Storm. Pretty strong player in all 3 of those types of decks. Every time I play against him, it's always a battle, which is fun when you get to sit down next to somebody who you haven't played with in quite some time, and you know it's going to be a good matchup no matter what.
Oh yeah.
That's how I feel every time I sit down next to or across from Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin's really become a strong player with these Grixis colored decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic. What's up, Patrick?
My kids' elementary school, they've got one of those marquees, right, where you change the letters out like at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And it said parent-teacher meeting, but it was MTG for meeting, right? Because it doesn't fit. Meeting is a long word. But I'm like, parent-teacher magic? This sounds like something I should... Oh, wait, it's just a parent-teacher meeting.
I might skip that. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. I'm really excited to see this match. Like every time I see these two play, I'm like, this one's gonna be good.
This is the finals right here.
Yep.
Except it's in round 1.
Yes.
Here we go.
Which means we're gonna get multiple good matchups today.
These guys have played some pretty good finals matchups. So it looks like Corey won the die roll, and he is shuffling a lot since, like I said, he just threw this deck together. So we get to experience shuffling.
He came in a little early and got a deck built.
He did in the nick of time.
I think he's only been here for about an hour, so that's pretty impressive.
Right? And I don't happen to keep my my Apocalypse soldiers in my my Legacy stuff.
I don't actually keep Apocalypse soldiers anywhere, to be honest.
It's a pretty sweet card. It costs 4, and you look at the top 4 cards of your library. When you cast it, you get to draw any soldiers.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Looks like he's got colorless mana and no white. So that's a easy mole. Marshal of victory, right? Because
wordplay, love it. Nice.
So Corey's gonna go down to 6.
Both on the blue sleeves today.
Right?
Yep.
Recruiter of the Guard, sure.
The tilt has you on tilt? Well, Brian, I can promise you it wasn't tilted when I set it up. In fact, when I set it up, it was so perfect, it couldn't be more perfect.
Mail Solutions, it's true. He gave up on emailing me because my email didn't set up the way I thought it did. So he got a hold of me on Facebook. It worked. Here's a Chalice on 1.
Damn.
That's pretty brutal. Calvin says, I don't have a Force of Will.
No.
So I'm gonna do a Alter for Meal Solutions going to try one out.
Sweet.
I sent him a kind of a mock-up.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty sweet.
What card?
We're going to start off with a Rite of Flame.
A Rite of Flame. Okay.
For his Storm deck. Chalice on 2. So Calvin might get to play not much.
I can't actually think of very many cards that he can cast. I mean, without it getting countered.
This is kind of... I mean, Corey does have quite a few cards that cost 3 and 4, which is weird for Legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's one.
Mirror Entity. Okay, all right.
I'm going to pull this card up because everyone knows what it does, but I bet it's been a while since you've looked at one.
It's a soldier, just in case you didn't know.
What?
Yeah, that's not Mirror Entity.
You type in Mirror Entity and we pull up...
Scroll Rack.
Scroll Rack.
We actually typed in Mirror Entity, and it pulls up with Scroll Rack.
Let's make sure that's going to work. There it is. Here's we got the Commander version.
Yeah.
This is Corey's first creature on the board. A 3-drop 1/1. Yeah, Chalice on 1 and then Chalice on 2 out of the gates is pretty brutal to the Grixis control player. There's True Name Nemesis that costs 3.
You can cast Force of Will.
Yeah, and Gurmag Angler. Except you can't cast that right now.
We kind of know he doesn't have Force of Will, though, because the chalices themselves didn't get forced.
Well, maybe he was saving it for this...
for the Mirror Entity.
What is the soldier that he just put down?
I don't know.
It's a soldier lord from Legions. I know that. I cannot tell you the name of it, though.
Well, we're going to have to bank on...
I'm going to pull up...
Fox, I have never, ever noticed that. Mirror Entity is ET.
Soldier Stompy.
I now understand why I've liked Mirror Entity forever.
This one is called... Sultari Champion, maybe?
No, definitely not.
No. This is not the right deck that I pulled up. It doesn't have it.
Geez, about time, Brian. You, leave, and then you come back for a day, and I'm like, oh, nice, my friend Brian's back. And then he leaves again. And then one time I'm just, driving home. This actually happened, by the way. I'm driving home, and I take a left to go up my hill, up into my neighborhood, and Brian is standing on the side of the road in, nice clothes. And so what do? I roll out my window, I'm like, oh, Brian, you're back.
I found it. Daru, or Daru, War Chief. It's a 4-drop. Soldier spells you play cost 1 less to play, and they get +1/+2. It's a 1/1.
A 4-mana 1/1.
So it's actually a 2/3.
Oh, yeah.
Because it pumps himself like the old lords sillily sometimes do.
So it's it does pump the Mirror Entity since it is a soldier due to its changeling ability.
And this is actually a pretty cool interaction, right? I mean, it's soldiers, but since the War Chief pumps himself, the the Mirror Entity, the Changeling, is going to change both their base toughnesses, and then they both get the pump on top of that.
Interesting.
So they become big.
You don't think this card has been errated to say other, and then it's actually a 2/3? A lot of cards were. I don't think this one has, but... Right, exactly, Brian. And then the next thing you know, you're gone again. I heard you were going somewhere else today, and I was like, but I just saw him. I just saw Brian. He's back.
Nope.
No, he's not back.
The Oracle is as it is.
The Oracle
printed.
is the same?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Calvin's just going to pack him up. It's,
yeah.
I guess...
He could have scooped on turn 2.
He could have. Why don't we bring up the Daru War Chief while we're in between games so people can see this amazing card that everyone knows what it does.
Right. I've played it before.
Right.
Back in...
Scourge.
Yeah. There it is. at that guy. He's got a necklace and a axe for a hand. That is a soldier.
Mm.
I guess.
I mean, he's absolutely right. Yep.
Man, I am behind on all of this.
Yeah, right? Conversations are happening.
All right, so sideboard. Corey has probably some white cards.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's actually, there's some pretty decent white cards, right, for Legacies.
Oh, yeah, a lot of hate.
Yep. And we'll switch this up.
I would expect to see kind of a Soldiers sidebar, kind of a taxes hate you out deck.
Yeah. Just throwing in some Thalias wouldn't be bad. It looks like our backup match is also sideboarding, so you guys get to watch some sideboarding. It's great fun. Let's see. I'll pull up a few other soldiers while we're. The other interesting one that I mentioned briefly.
You saw him put this into his deck, or are we just bringing up random soldiers?
No.
Okay.
But I saw it go in. It's another 4-drop. And it's not.
No Ranger of Chaos.
Not in this list. What? I don't even know what. That's like a 1-up list. Let's look at a real website that might actually have it.
Soldier Stompy.
All right. Enlistment Officer. Here we go.
Every time.
Why does it do that? Why do I do that?
When you click into it, it selects everything.
Oh,
so when you click again,
yeah, that's why.
Enlistment Officer. We've got 3 and a white for 2/3 first strike.
Another 4-drop.
Mm-hmm.
Like Legacy Automatic. Right?
Yeah. Staple. When it comes into play, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all soldier cards revealed this way into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library. So this is a goblin. Isn't there a goblin that does this exact same thing?
Pretty much. Except
you and I can never
cheaper.
think of the card,
Right.
but only while
red.
we're sitting here.
It's red.
Right, that one.
Yeah.
Leech Tribal? What is going on in chat right now? The new Legacy meta, prepare yourselves. Fox, there is no possible way I will be ready for a Leech Tribal Legacy meta. Goblin Ringleader. Thank you.
It's also 4-drop. It has haste, and it does the exact same thing.
Yeah, so instead of first strike, it has haste. Yeah.
And it works in Legacy Goblins, which is not played very much here.
Mm-mm.
All right. Let's see if Corey has the shut down Chalice of the Void answers again. Oh, look, Calvin got to play a spell this game.
That's a ponder.
He tapped a mana and cast something. But he's already like 100% better than last game.
Why? Because he casted 1 spell?
Uh-huh.
And it didn't get countered.
Right.
Okay.
He got to do something other than play lands. Puts him back on top. Leech
Ringleader. Oh, Brian is
so
good.
After
it is good
dinosaurs
to hear from
and
you.
pirates, we're gonna have leeches. Is that where?
That's what I'm hearing.
Is that a commander deck?
Oh, please no.
Dragons and leeches.
Dragons, wizards, cats, leeches.
Just a steady decline. Well, we've used up all the other creature types, so how do you make a 100-card deck with leeches?
Oh, whatever. I actually had my brother do oh my goodness. It made a bunch of sapperlings with spore counters. What are they, fungus? I think he made a fungus tribal once.
Fungus used to be a thing. So here's the perfect answer, right? Calvin sees
Culligan's Command.
K-Command, right? He makes Corey discard a card and blows up the offending card. We get to see Corey's hand. So this is perfect, right? Here's a bunch of cards, and I only know what a few of them do.
Okay, so some of these are actually standard, so I've kept up with them just enough to know what they do. However, this one is Preeminent Captain?
Yes, Preeminent Captain.
Ah, okay.
Well done.
And then we've got the one that we've got the Enlistment Officer, which is the one that Calvin is looking at.
Captain is a 3-drop. Man, we need to
Make multiple
pull
slots for
faster.
cards.
Here's the captain. We see Big Thalia. We see a Rest in Peace. A
Thalia's Lieutenant is the 2-drop. When it enters the battlefield, it puts a +1/+1 counter on each other
Human, right?
Human, and whenever a human is played afterwards, it gets +1/+1 counter. Yeah.
Of course. Soldiers,
Human,
humans.
soldier.
It looks like Corey. Did he have a Plains in hand? I don't think he did, right?
No, he does not have
So
white
he
mana.
he kept the Chalice of the Void game plan as well. Corey's gonna make sure that foil Jace is real.
Yep.
No.
Not from the vault? Okay,
Yeah,
just making sure.
The World Wake foil? I don't
Yep.
know if those are legal. Pretty sure that's vintage only. Blessing of the Leeches. Oh man. we're just naming every single leech that we can think of.
Leeching bite for flavor. Hey, I actually played with Putrid Leech a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
A ton. I probably dealt more damage to myself than I dealt to other people with Putrid Leech while I played it.
That's how you play it.
And it was great.
So this game's shaping up to be a little bit different. Calvin has been able to cantrip and play a Jace, and Corey doesn't have a Plains.
That's what you get when you've got this big mana strategy.
Somebody typed in leeches into gather and is looking at all of them.
Leeching bite.
What are all the
Squelching
adjectives
leeches.
that we can add to leech?
Squelching. Squelching.
I'm not sure what that sound is, but it sounds like something a leech would do.
You think a leech would squelch? That does sound like something a leech would do, actually.
Here's a Cabal Therapy, and
Okay.
Corey's going to
It's
discard
gonna name
some Thalias.
Thalia.
And
So
we get to
he
see
drew in a Rest in Peace, or did he have a Rest in
what's
Peace?
the card on Corey's right? What's that card he just?
Suppression Field.
Uh,
See, told you. Am I right about this one? Is it Suppression Field? Yeah.
Freaking spell.
Click the top
Oh,
one.
look
Yeah.
what it has right there.
Yeah. Yes, I got it.
So this is a sideboard card Corey brought in.
I named a card on stream.
Yeah, look at that. From original Ravnica, no less.
Activated abilities cost 2 more to play.
So
unless they're
I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Calvin.
I'm trying to figure out where you're getting that idea from.
Well, I like to play my hunches, and this one I'm just going to leeching listen. The staples of Legacy is the Lycids.
I've never seen Surlon Gnome come into our chat before.
Right.
But here they are, and here are all the leeches.
We just needed to name leeches. And
he's like, you know what this stream needs?
yeah.
Leeches.
Yep. Surlon, thank you. Can we make...
Oh my goodness. Can we stip Kyre to play Putrid Leech? Over, oh my goodness. You know what that would go in for, Brian? That would go in over either Tarmogoyf or Grimflare. That would be a nightmare.
HC Fox, I like the MTG bot text of Oracle of Suppression. It's much better than the actual text. I like that a lot.
You're probably losing the game. Can we get a percentage on that, HC Fox? What's the percentage that you're losing? 100%? Or have you already lost by that point?
Yeah, if it's still in your hand. Our backup matches, again, mulliganing. Maybe they've just been shuffling this whole time.
I think so. I don't actually think they've played a game yet.
Which is really nice, because then we'll be able to move right over.
Can I just admire this, though? I have not seen this Conflux mat for
now I gotta show
years.
The Here's the Conflux map.
Holy cow. This is a Armillary Sphere, the art.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that mat is
With
a little old. A little old. Looks like it's had some good years of play on it.
Let's see, we've got Jordan and Caleb over here.
Okay.
So it looks like Caleb's on that Conflux mat.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. That was like one of the first sets I was playing competitively with. I think it was my 4th set.
Jund Leech Tribal, not just Putrid.
Not just No, I'm not Jund Leech Tribaling. Oh my goodness, that would be the biggest waste of money ever. I'm gonna pay.
That's what stips are. I think they are just the biggest waste of money.
I'm not paying for a $5 tournament so that I could lose 3 rounds with leeches.
No balls.
No balls. Okay, you guys go play a junkless with leeches. See how many balls you have.
Well, they'd have squelching leeches, so they don't need. Yeah, that's all you need. Make squelching sounds, and your opponent will just scoop.
Oh man.
All right, here we go. Corey on the play.
Can you even imagine though? Just like turn to Putrid Leech. My opponent just looks at it like resolves. Next turn, Rancor.
All right. So, do you think Corey's just on the Chalice of
If
the Void?
you are close enough. Sirloin Gnome, where are you from?
Chappie, also
Chappie,
chimes in.
Oh, thanks, Chappie.
Nobody's
Appreciate that.
actually given the stip yet, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm not doing it
Yeah,
for stip.
yeah.
No way.
You gotta.
Gonna make it worth my tournament.
Oh, no turn one Chalice. East Tennessee as
Okay.
opposed to West and North Tennessee.
Right. You wouldn't want to be
Yeah,
there.
I don't. I like it.
Well,
East Tennessee.
welcome in. Hope you enjoy the stream.
Because yes, if you're gonna do leeches, you got to go all out leeches. I just gave blood today. No, I didn't use a.
The flavor is
A
real.
needle. We went with leeches.
Leeches.
Warping Whale. He's gonna counter a sorcery. See, this is here.
Wait.
You go.
Is he?
Calvin's gonna play a 1 mana sorcery.
He's gonna cast
Corey's
Ponder.
gonna lose 2 life and
Just
play a
Warping
2-drop
Whale.
to counter it. That's efficiency right there.
Yep.
That's like a Thoughtseize for your Ponder.
East,
That's
middle,
pretty much what he
west.
said.
There's a plateau in the middle. That's okay. Utah is very similar. There's North Utah.
Yeah.
And there's like one city in the south.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's,
And a lot
here's
of
that
mountains.
suppression field.
A lot of
We can
mountains.
pull it back up because it's still there. There it is.
There is no North Tennessee. Oh, that's fantastic.
Calvin's going to Force of Will suppression field.
Okay,
Take
wow.
that.
Yeah. I mean, Corey's got his white mana this time.
You know,
It means he gets to
suppression
play.
field doesn't hit Young Pyromancer. So I'm not sure why
Why it's
the
in?
counter. Why the Force of Will?
What is it actually stopping? Because
It
you played this deck.
Liliana. Slows down Liliana.
Well, the fact that Calvin hasn't actually played his second land.
I guess it hits fetch lands, right?
Okay, yeah, it does hit fetch lands. That's a good point.
It makes it does the same Leon and Arbiter
Right.
impression on fetch lands. You have to pay. But that's kind of a strange.
Yeah, because he didn't even play a fetch. Wouldn't have you expected him to like force it? And
So
then...
here's what suppression field does. It brings out the Force of Will so that you can play Chalice of the Void on 1.
And a Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Corey's playing sideboard cards.
Okay.
That's all.
Yep.
I think he cited out all of his soldiers.
Half his deck was already sideboard cards,
Right.
so now he's boarded in the other half of the sideboard cards.
He said, wait, you're playing Delver? Or you're playing Grixis? I don't think
Hey,
Calvin's playing Delver.
he's got 2 soldiers in hand that I can see. So here comes Athalia.
He's hit himself down to 12. All right, so Calvin can't play Jace this turn, even if he had it. Ooh, he does have. He's got a Gurmag Angler. That feels good.
Or not.
Last Friday, I played a very similar list to Calvin, and my opponent had 4 Leyline as a void, right? Game 2, and he drops 3 of them game 1 or game 2, right? I'm like, okay, he's got a full set, and
Noted.
right. So game 3, I cited out my Gurmag Anglers, and the game went weird, and I ended up with like 7 lands in play, and wished I had it because I lost to a 2/2 Hex Mage, Vampire Hex Mage, just beating me down every turn.
Oh my goodness.
I played Blood Moon, right? So
Yeah.
I just couldn't find an answer. I just needed anything. It didn't work. I made a mistake, a small error. The 7-drop 5/5 would have won me the game. Right? Maybe that is the thought process there. Wait a minute, that seems like a hate card. You wouldn't have brought it in unless it would totally thoroughly defeat me, so I'm going to force a will it. Oh,
You should have
well,
called the judge.
right. See, I tried to flash in a Snapcaster to block. The Hexmage has for strike. I learned that.
All right, so now we've got another chalice being played, and this one's on 2. And now Calvin's looking at his hand like, okay, so if this resolves, then... Okay, it doesn't.
He just plays a hard counterspell.
Yeah, we know he has
That's
a Gurmag Angler in hand. What else does he even have?
He has a Pyromancer, doesn't he?
He has a K-Command.
Oh.
So the K-Command can kill the Thalia. Maybe kill Thalia, make you discard. Like, it doesn't... Or, sorry, kill Thalia, kill... Yeah, kill Chalice, sorry.
Kill Chalice, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. Still can't play the Gurmag Angler in hand, but...
And then he's able to put his fetch land untapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
here comes the
Angler
preeminent
might
captain.
be a few turns. And there's a Cavern of Souls. So, uncounterable preeminent captain.
Name Soldier. Bring up preeminent captain again. It was right there, waiting for you.
I already forgot what this card does.
So when it attacks, you may put a soldier card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking.
It's another goblin impersonation, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Goblin Lackey, except it's a 3-drop.
It's a Kithkin. That's my favorite thing. Like, where have Kithkin been?
They're still
hanging out on Arwen?
Yeah.
That's so lame. They should be everywhere. I think it was my brother who the dwarfs got spoiled for Kaladesh when it came out,
right.
and he was like dwarfs. Why do we have dwarfs? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, shouldn't they just be Kithkin? And I was like, well, yeah, they should just be Kithkin. They're obviously better.
The captain is not a major problem. There's a kernel of truth. Generally, man, that was too much.
Major problem.
He's got 6 5-lands. He's not even close to casting that Angler.
2 more. He still needs 2 more.
Corey's got to cast out, and nothing else. And a land, I think.
He may actually want to play the land so he stops taking pain off the cast out. Oh, he's just gonna throw the cast out.
Cycle.
Okay. Preeminent captain.
He's playing with 7 of them in his deck, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
It's that good.
He's just giving us a general warning.
You guys should keep that in private.
General warning. Brian will get my references. Nobody else will, but that's fine.
Is that a fatal push?
It is a fatal push. Omizawa's Jite.
That's could be pretty strong against some soldiers.
He needs a creature.
Jite is really good. It's a really strong card. I think they've errated it so you don't even need a creature anymore. You can throw it at somebody's head. You can gain life off of it. It can become a creature. Pretty sure all those things.
Well, I can't wait to see it kill preeminent captain.
See, there's like a samurai guy right there on the card. Uh-oh.
Ah, Captain QC, thank you. I'm not gonna come at you. I'm just gonna thank you for understanding my reference. That's it. That's all I can say.
So, Corey's gonna attack here, right? He's not gonna not attack here. Okay.
Lightning bolt. Down goes another preeminent captain. Whoa, Palace Jailer.
Palace Jailer, it is.
And the Monarch. Here comes the Monarch.
So this is a fantastic card, right? We've
Yes.
seen this in Death and Taxes and Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Another 4-drop
Yes.
for a 2/2, and he becomes the Monarch right away. So it means that Corey drew an extra card at the end of his turn there, And Calvin can become the Monarch if he ever gets to deal damage to the current Monarch, being Corey. But at this rate... So this is definitely the one downside to playing mono white anything, is that Calvin can filter through his deck, he can ponder, he can brainstorm, he can shuffle with fetches, he can do whatever he wants. Corey can't do that. So getting to draw this extra card every turn is fantastic, right?
Yeah, it really is.
And you're not even paying the 1 life from like a
Hub City Prince. This is Draper, Utah. We are just south of Salt Lake City.
Yeah. We do this Tuesday Legacy stream every Tuesday.
And every Friday, and we have Standard on Monday.
So.
Oh, Captain QC. Okay, that makes me laugh so hard. My father is Canadian, so as a child, I had to go back and forth to Alberta, Canada, pretty much every year. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons that I love the show, is the humor is just hilarious with Canada. I don't even think it's a bad thing. I don't know. It just makes me laugh.
I don't remember the name of this white card he just put out, but it gives him hexproof. I remember that. Corey has hexproof because of this soldier.
Yes. And fetch and fatal push Palace Jailer. Now, Palace Jailer wasn't exiling anything to begin with. Not only that, but he has to become the Monarch to get something back. I think he just wanted to be the Monarch.
Oh yeah, it does more than just become the Monarch, right?
Yes.
It also exiles a creature an opponent controls. It's also
yeah,
a
it was.
spell.
He played it on an empty board though, which in that case, both players were just kind of stuck.
Yeah, getting to draw those extra cards is very worth it. And I mean, you can see Calvin's choosing to kill the. That's kind of an interesting one. Why kill the Jailer instead of the guy giving him hexproof?
It really is interesting, because this card is shutting off Cabal Therapy, and Lightning Bolts to the face. Not that Lightning Bolt wouldn't kill it, but.
All right, here comes our Recruiter of the Guard, and again, Corey has a Cavernous Soul, so a lot of these soldiers are being uncounterable. And maybe you guys will get a quick glance at Corey's deck list here.
The cards he's looking at, I'm going, whoa, what? Okay.
So he stopped briefly at the soldiers that we pulled up earlier, where he gets to look at the top 4. And
it's
draw.
a 2/3.
Oh, okay.
It is a 2/3. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the only hit he can't take. I believe it's toughness 2 or less for a recruiter. I can't remember.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So he can take the one that gives everybody +1/+2. The Daru, whatever. Hey, he does not know what to get. He's thinking Mirror Entity. He's got a lot of mana. I think Mirror Entity is very powerful on a board state like this.
No 1x Elish Norn, huh? Yeah, I think the Captain of the Watch is kind of the top end, right? Where you're.
Does he have a captain in here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh man, Captain of the Watch.
I think these lists play.
Yeah.
Some number of them.
I would guess 1 or 2. Probably 1, if at all. No. It's another card you can't get with Recruiter. Oh, he has another Palace Jailer in hand. Oh my goodness, he just gets to take the
Angler comes down and it gets jailed. And Calvin says,
Calvin just scoops it up. He's like, okay, I'm
Army
done.
Of soldiers
you got me.
Takes it down, guys. That was impressive because
wow,
Calvin was doing the work, right? He was K commanding, 2 for 1-ing.
Yeah.
And keeping Corey honest. And then I think really the first Palace Jailer really changed it. So Corey was able to draw a couple extra cards, and he got that extra Chalice of the Void down.
Yeah, pushed him ahead.
All right, let's see if this other match
Oh,
is
no
so
Dread
good.
of Knights. No Dread of Knights drawn for Calvin.
All right, I'm going to transition, prove to you guys the other match is over. Nothing.
That's rough.
But it's 2020. Dice didn't even change.
Nope. Sounds like a Storm game.
It may have been. Well, we saw was shuffling. I don't even know what they were doing. One XL Echelon. Of course. Maybe there's one in the sideboard. We just didn't see it.
Yeah, Elshorn would be amazing.
Let's see if we can see what.
7 mana is just so much.
The Warping Well on turn 1.
Ponder. No.
Take this.
No ponders. Corey's a pretty reserved fellow. And Corey is a talented Magic player. The first time I ran my cube in this store, first round I play against Corey, and he plays this like red-white aggressive deck, and I've got this like Grixis Tempo deck, and I think I've got it right. And then on the turn that I'm like stabilizing and pulling back, he like draws a card. He looks at both of the cards in his hand. And he goes, And he goes, Isimaru had a counter, Armageddon. And I look at my hand and I just go, oh, you're kidding.
So you lost to a 2-2 as well?
Yeah, I did.
It feels good, right?
Yep, I lost.
Mine was a 2-1,
Mhm.
as chat informs me.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I
I
did.
kind of did the same thing, right? Except he had the 2-1 and I played the Blood Moon. It was
Yeah,
not.
it's unfortunate.
I thought I would draw something.
We all think things.
Yeah.
Some things better
There
than
should have
others.
been an answer somewhere in that deck. 10 turns later, I died.
Sounds like he let the dogs out. One could even say that he let the dogs out. Well, that's a marsh
Looks like-
casualties.
yeah.
What the heck?
Calvin was thinking about it. Looks like he brought in Dread of Night, which,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Dread of Night and marsh casualties.
Dread of Night's really strong against Death and Taxes. Not
Yep.
maybe so strong against soldiers.
Definitely not as strong, but kills Mirror Entity on impact.
Now we finally know who did it. Yeah, Corey. I'm pretty sure that that's in the song actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you play the song backwards, it'll actually tell you that Corey let the dogs out.
The one dog.
Yeah, just
and
the
then
one.
Cast Armageddon.
It's a legendary dog. You can't have
Right,
more
right.
of Ismaru. Unless you're going to get super technical and be like, but Kyrie, you can suck a Shima. I'm like,
Or
no.
Play the no legend rule artifact,
Oh,
just so
good
you can
lord.
play more 2/2s for one.
Sounds like something that somebody would do just to spite me. Hey, Kyrie, remember that one time you lost to one of these? Well, you're going to lose to 2. No,
So,
3 now.
It's got to feel pretty good though when you have your own cube and you know it pretty intimately,
Yeah.
and somebody who hasn't seen it before drafts and then beats you with a 2/2 and an Armageddon.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got destroyed in that draft. And I'm excited because we're going to cube this Sunday.
Sweet.
We are. And I'm a little upset because as much as I want to cube, and I mean it, I want to cube bad, but this week is kickoff, and I've got 2 fantasy leagues going. Like, I'm going to be cubing, but my phone will be, like, constantly vibrating during my match, being like, hey, you're winning, or in most cases, hey, Kyrie, you're losing.
Red Zone is hard to follow. It's harder to follow on your phone.
It is much harder to follow
On a
your phone.
small screen.
Yeah. Usually when I'm playing fantasy, I've got a laptop and a couple screens, many games up.
You do the whole thing.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That depends where I am. I usually go to somebody, a friend's house, different friend every week, just see what they do.
It's much more fun if it's social, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to sitting at home alone eating Cheetos and
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Dew for like 8 hours straight.
Yeah, I actually had a
I
conversation.
stopped doing fantasy for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's weird. No, I just went to the bar the other day, and one of the waitresses that's like pretty common there, she goes, you're back. And I hadn't been there in, I don't know, a couple months. And I go, what? Football season's getting started. And she's like, it's good to have you back. And I'm like, yeah. Football season's back. Car goes back to the bar.
All right, so this match started about 40 minutes ago, so we should be wrapping up here pretty quick. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I believe we have around 15 players, just by my estimate count, before we start the stream.
Fantasy football is like playing competitive Magic as opposed to like playing EDH. Like you like watch a game here and there and you're like, oh yeah, it's fine, and then you start fantasy football and it's like, oh, this is actually something you can take seriously if you want.
Except you have no control over it whatsoever.
Well, yeah, you don't have control over it, but there is much, much more to it than that. There's a lot of variables, a lot of gambling, of course. But I mean, hey, I've played in 3 leagues total, okay, and I've won 2 of them.
Whoa.
So you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign up for the $1 million one.
Oh no,
Your
I don't
chances
think I'm that good. I think I'm just playing with a bunch of incompetent people. But the 16-ounce girls, it's a real workout regimen. HC Fox, this is how I work out during football season. I sit there and I gouge
and sweat
food into my body.
Because you're so into the every play.
Yeah.
Right? Have you watched Red Zone? Have you ever watched football using Red Zone? It's every game, right?
Yeah.
And they show every single touchdown.
Oh,
and
okay.
any exciting plays,
Yeah.
pretty much. And usually they're live.
Yeah.
Because they're able to change to them that quickly, right? But my wife, who will watch a football game with me, she cannot watch Red Zone. She's like, it's you have to have the sound on because you have to hear him. Okay, now we're switching to this game where they're at this and this, right? Otherwise, you can't follow it. Whereas you know the ball position on a football game if you're just watching one, but you have no idea when you're only seeing 2 or so plays, right?
For sure.
So she can't do it because she can't multitask and do other stuff, and still.
She actually has to be watching.
Yeah, it has to be a one-of game.
That's like my favorite thing about football. It's like I can be doing whatever I want, and then I'll like look up, watch a play for like a couple seconds, right? Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, back to what I'm doing.
But it's also really weird because football there's a lot of downtime, right?
A ton of downtime, yeah.
But if you watch NFL football or college football, you get really used to that. So you check your phone, you do something else, you have a mental break, and then you're back in the action.
Doing some homework.
But if you're watching Red Zone, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
There's never a break. And sometimes it's like, why do I hate this so much? Because I've been watching football straight for 3 hours or more. Yeah, you have to take a break sometimes and just watch an actual regular game.
See, I had Game Pass last year, and that's what I would do, is all the games, the day after the game, they get uploaded, and I can watch a game in about 40 minutes with no commercials, and it goes play, and then immediately starts the next play, and immediately starts the next play. It's like,
Who are the Cowboys going to beat in the Super Bowl?
That's a leading question, and I'm going to need you to rephrase it. And the real question is, why aren't the Cowboys going to play in the Super Bowl?
No, there's too many reasons.
Right.
Too many reasons, right?
Way too many
What's
reasons.
funny, though, is every year, for whatever reason, whether HC Fox is a Cowboys fan or not, there's this weird like media push for the Cowboys to be in the Super Bowl. Every year, it's like, oh, Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. It's like,
they just never do it.
Maybe not, though, for various reasons.
I'll tell you one team that's not going to the Super Bowl. My team.
Okay.
My team won't be going.
I'm ready.
We're the Bengals.
Yeah.
We try.
They've got Andy Dalton.
We do. We got the fastest guy in the combine. We just got him.
Okay.
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm thinking HC Fox is definitely a Cowboys fan. What do you think?
I'm watching Hard Knocks.
Okay.
Which
so
is
you've been watching
fantastic.
Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Jameis Winston, who's a likable guy.
Yeah, he is.
I can't bear him. It's like going with his college history. You just can't enjoy watching this guy who should be in jail or should have at least had a trial.
Yeah.
Cheer his team on. Come on, guys, let's do this. Every time, like, hey, just somebody punch him. Just punch the guy.
I have a friend who feels the same way about Jameis Winston. I'm just looking at it going, I don't know. I just watch the game. I don't really care what these people do.
Well,
like,
except that Hard Knocks is more like about the players and their
is.
conversations and stuff like that. Whereas when he's on the football field, whatever, he's a football player.
yeah.
All right.
You know, Brian, maybe if you weren't traveling so much, you could have done fantasy with us. Should have thought about that.
That's actually something you can easily do while traveling. Jorgensen,
Maybe you could have.
welcome. You just missed some soldiers, mono-white soldiers, beat Grixis Control.
It's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It may have been Chalice of the Void beating Grixis Control. I mean,
Who's to say?
yeah. He did play some colorless cards.
And then we've been talking about football because I can't keep my mind off of it right now. So that's why we were talking about it.
Uh-oh.
My bad. Okay.
But pirates and dinosaurs.
But pirates and dinosaurs. Yeah, Soldier Stompy. It really was fun to watch. You should definitely go back and rewatch it.
Well, we might see more of Corey tonight, actually, since he won.
Yeah, I hope to. That was fun.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
We're just gonna mono soldiers the whole stream.
Just
He could
four
be-
rounds of soldiers.
He could be 1 and 3, and we're like, we're showing soldiers.
Soldiers. Corey would probably go into the third round going, "Oh my goodness, like, get me off of stream. This is embarrassing."
All right, we should have at most about 5 minutes left in the round here, guys, while we wrap up our other match. We didn't even get to see what happened in that one. HC Fox is really trying every time. It's like really well. You can tell they're thought out, and I got nothing. Yep.
Uh-huh. 2 thumbs up.
HC Fox is the guy who's, after playing soldiers, has this like line that he has to tell to his opponent every time.
Could you just imagine that, like, I can just see the soldier deck coming up onto the screen, and HC Fox is like, "Oh, hold on," go, like, and he comes back with this binder of just like soldier puns, and he's like, "Hold on, got a good one for this. Yep,
I'm gonna put my soldier onto the battlefield."
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Beat him to that one. HC Fox will be like, "That's on page 1. I don't look at page 1.
How many times? No, Calvin just force of willed the suppression field outright because he didn't want to have that. I'm not sure if it was the correct play.
I mean, he lost that game.
Yeah, because Chalice came down next turn.
Yeah, I think that if he hadn't done that, then the Chalice would have been the thing that didn't resolve, and it might have actually been more of a game.
Right. Or Corey might have played around force. He might have.
Maybe.
He might have. How many things do I get to play for free for not being counted?
I mean, he countered it, and then Corey immediately goes, "Okay, tap 4 mana.
Yeah.
Chalice, rest in peace. Good luck."
Yeah. That's how you win.
I guess.
When I draw chalices, it doesn't work that way.
See, I could never play Chalice because I know I would never draw them. No, that's a lie. I would draw them. Yeah. On like turn 6 or 7 when my opponent
There's
has me
already
dead
a
on board.
flipped Delver, and I'm going, this Chalice isn't very good. It's awesome that everybody remembers who Mitt Romney even is because of the binders full of women.
Yeah.
Isn't it just amazingly hilarious how that was like so unpolitically correct that the world stopped for a minute, and now if our current president said anything about binders, everybody would be like, okay, that's the least worst thing you've said today.
Like nobody's even surprised.
Right.
Like, oh, I kind of expected him to have binders
probably
full
do
of
have
women.
binders full of women, and they're probably in certain states of undress. I don't.
Who knows?
I like the idea that you have binders full of MTG puns. This is.
You know, I made it up. Like I said that as a joke, but actually thinking about it.
Where's the soldiers? They're in the back somewhere.
Actually thinking about having binders full of MTG puns, it's much less lame than I made it sound. So if you actually do have binders,
sit down and roll
I'm
out
like
your playmat.
totally okay with it.
Put your 3-ring binder down. It's a lot worse though when you have to like read them. Than
if they exist, I'm to the point where I'm like, HC Fox, send me some digital scans. I need this stuff.
Just mail us the binder.
We're commentators and we don't have this. We need this stuff.
Grabbing women by the binders. Yes. Yes. There you go.
Nah, yeah.
All right. I keep saying we're close to the next round. Hopefully, we're actually close to the next round.
Maybe.
We're still sitting on this empty table at the moment.
Yeah, Travis let us know. He said that the round started at 7:16. It is now 8:05. That's a full round.
Yeah.
I imagine it's about time.
Somebody's playing control. Wait. Brian, are you saying my puns have weakened?
Yeah, what the heck?
Man, I have been a little down on my magic puns.
Bryce and I work all week on this kind of stuff, and this is the way we get treated?
Yeah, just yesterday we had a state-based non-dinosaur rule that was obviously in effect.
Did you not watch the stream yesterday, Brian? There was a beautiful, beautiful conversation. Something about a state-based effect when a creature comes into play. If it's a non-dinosaur, then it doesn't resolve.
Yeah, that's obviously everybody knows that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yesterday was standard. I know, Jorgensen, I know what you're going to say. You're going to be like, whoa, why standard? Why are we talking about standard? I actually ended up casting standard yesterday.
Yeah.
It was definitely a surprise to me, but I think I am just competent enough to commentate on it.
I got a good one. I had to look it up.
Oh, you had to look it up. Okay.
So we've talked about which is the worst fetch land or dual land, revised dual land.
Okay.
Do you remember?
The worst revised dual land?
Yeah.
It's Badlands.
Yeah, Badlands. Yeah. Badlands, because it's bad. What's the next
one?
It's a close second.
Scrubland.
Scrubland.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, everybody knows.
We're good.
Which one is the highest form of flattery? No. It's plateau. It's the highest form of flat because it's a.
Oh my goodness.
It's a plateau. Yes.
You got it. This guy. Ah, see, Jorgensen knew.
Yeah, Jorgensen's on that one. He's looking at the same thing I'm reading. Well, I've used all of these, but it was months ago. Should I throw out some more here? Let's
Oh, sorry, Jorgensen. I didn't mean to say it doesn't resolve. It just like doesn't come into play. Like it comes into play, but then it just ceases to exist. You know, like most dinosaurs do.
Someone get this guy out of here. Let's see.
The whole point of the conversation, though, is like if you're gonna play standard, is it Rose? Thanks for the follow. If you're gonna play standard, you better be playing pirates or dinosaurs. If I catch you playing something else, we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Gear Hulks are okay as long as they're alongside a pirate. Or a dinosaur in a Gear Hulk, that'd be alright.
I don't know about that.
I want dinosaurs in vehicles. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe dinosaurs on a pirate ship. Seems appropriate.
Right. Yeah.
There's a pirate ship that becomes a castle now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can cast Karizev, of course. She's a pirate. She has a monkey that attacks people. What more could you want in a card?
All right. Here's the one from months and months ago. Okay. Why can't Bant players drink milk?
I don't know.
Because they are lactose intolerant. Because they're Bant, and so they don't have lactose intolerant. Yeah.
All right, you got it.
See.
Oh, so bad.
Last time I told that one, I think I got no jokes, right? No. And so you're trying to be cheesy, right? But everybody's just lactose intolerant.
Oh.
That's what happens.
I always forget about being lactose intolerant. It's so uncommon these days.
Okay, you're going to play hard control with that white card that says you win the game on it as its win condition. Which is the card?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I did. I got Brian laughing. It was about 7 months, but I got him laughing at that.
Okay, I hate to say this, though, but this is Brian. Brian laughs at any bad pun. That's what we love about him.
I did. I got some jokes out of that one.
I'm like Santa Claus or Batman. And I'll know.
Why does John Avon, why can't he win at Magic?
I don't know.
He never wins Magic games. Does anybody know? I'll give you guys a sec. Somebody knows this one. Because he only draws lands.
He does only draw lands.
Only draws lands. That's
There's an issue though. There's a couple
Is there
non-lands.
non-lands now? Uh-oh.
I mean, I guess Maelstrom Pulse is kind of a land that's on it.
Oh, approach to the second side. Okay. Yes, there is a card that
just
says
lands.
you win the game. I see what you're talking
Oh, gotcha.
about. Well, they're not humans. They're pirates, which is obviously non-humans.
Right. They're way better than humans.
Are they humans? Are they humans and pirates?
I honestly haven't
Let's-
looked. I swear no. Like, there's a couple siren pirates that they've revealed, which I think is like the coolest thing ever. Agreed. I've messed around with standard in the last couple months, and I've just been playing jank. Except for I've been playing mono red the last couple weeks because I destroyed all my decks.
We got a human pirate, of vampires. We've got human
Another
pirates.
human pirate.
Are they all humans? That's ridiculous.
They are humans.
Ah, human pirate. Every single one.
No,
There's a goblin pirate.
There's a goblin pirate.
Of course, just what you'd expect.
Yeah, see siren pirate.
Ooh, a flying pirate. Okay, there's a human that's a flying pirate.
Mm-hmm. There's a one-drop human or siren pirate that I was like liking as well.
Wanted scoundrels. Here's a card. Let's see if we can pull this up somehow. Just give me a sec here, guys. This card just got spoiled, I believe.
Not gonna shed a tear for anyone who has their pirate deck stolen. Just saying. I know it's kind of the spirit of it, isn't it?
Okay.
You're pulling out this up on the table.
Yeah. I'll just transition it over.
Okay.
So here's a card that just got spoiled, I believe. 2 for a 4/3, and when it dies, your opponent gets 2 Lotus Petals.
Lotus petals.
2 for a 4/3 when it dies. This is the first card I've seen that's like, maybe something.
I think it has a little too much to compete with for Legacy, but card's not terrible.
Yeah, and giving some decks would really love to have 2 Lotus Petals. Other decks,
Oh, you're gonna pirate a pirate deck list. Nice. Nice.
All right, we're still waiting for round 2 here.
Oh my goodness. But the pirates are Grixis. This is the coolest thing about them. Finally, some humans that I can cast that aren't white cards.
Yes, so we have around 15-ish by my head count right before we started the stream. I don't have an official count.
Which is crazy. We had 22 on Friday? 22.
For Legacy.
Yeah.
And we had the room filled with about 60,
my
70 people
goodness.
for everything else.
I actually had it counted. So we had, on Friday, we had 22 people here for Legacy, 31 for Modern, 10 for Standard, 12 for Standard, and 10 for Draft. And we had 2 pods of EDH going all in our store. We had over 70 people.
White is the best color. Okay, so why don't pirates like white?
No, this is just Jordan just trying to get on my nerves.
Well, okay, but why do you think pirates don't like white?
No, it's just because...
One card in particular. It's
I don't know.
Armageddon. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Bryce is on top of it today. Obviously.
I'm racking my brain. I got to try and beat HC Fox for.
But no, welcome to the stream, Jordan. See, and this is what's horrible for me, is that Jordan knows that white's not the best color, and yet here he is in chat saying that white's the best color. He would lie to all of you.
You feel like Fatal Push is a reason to go to Friday Night Magic? I
do agree.
always play white. Except that I think the week before we had the same number of people, or just about the same number of people in the store for Friday Magic.
No, it was definitely less last Friday, but the one before that was probably one of the biggest weeks we've ever had.
If you're not a good salesman, well, you can push Magic if you like dinosaurs. Then you don't have to be a good salesman.
No.
You just stomp all over it.
Well, that's kind of the thing, though, right? Like, everybody likes dinosaurs.
It might go extinct, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to get up real quick and find out
What is going on?
what our meta is like, because goodness.
What is our meta like?
Was that round up?
Christian, I am not. That's a hard question to answer because most people in our store, most of them have different decks that they can play. Like, it's the very few people only have one deck that they have access to, and some people have so many decks that, like, before a tournament, you know, there's like one person with like 6 different decks, and he's like, all right, which one do you want to play? So our meta at times, we've had a Death and Taxes heavy meta before, but it is not that way anymore.
Okay.
Usually there's no more than a couple Delver decks in a room. Usually there's no more than a couple Storm decks. It's very diverse. In fact, as far as this store goes, I would say there's a lot of brewing.
Yeah.
A lot of
absolutely. So the meta changes. It's always in flux.
Every week, different decks are just killing it.
So Josh Snow playing
Miracles?
Miracles.
Okay, he's still on the Miracle list.
Let's call it Portent. Or we can call it a couple other things. Corey's going to play against Danny Spence.
Yeah, Brian, I definitely agree with that. Every single Legacy tournament, it does shift.
And then on our backup table...
It's a Jund Rancor meta. Get out of here, guys. Come on, seriously.
Our backup meta...
All right, I got to share this story because I'm not sure how many people actually know this happened. Well, I'm sure a lot of you do, but it was probably like a month ago or so. I had Jorgensen gave me a $5 stip to put a Rancor into my Punishing Jund deck. And I actually won the tournament, and I think both of my games in the finals, Rancor was on my board doing work.
It worked.
Yeah. So that's a thing that happened, and that's why HC Fox is saying that.
All right, so our backup match, we're going to have Corey on his Soldiers deck again. So we should be able to see a little bit more of that. Versus...
Oh, I know I won it because of Rancor.
Jeez.
That's the thing, though, is I only have like 12 creatures in my deck, so when you guys were like, put Rancor in, I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I am playing a Rancor in my deck. And then one time, I think it was in like my second round, I actually like purposefully used my Grimflayer to put Rancor into my graveyard to give me Delirium, and that ended up winning me the match. And then in the finals, it like wrecked my opponent. It was hilarious.
So these guys are already starting, so I'll show you them first. I think we'll show Josh versus Danny, since we just saw Soldiers. Unless you guys really want to stay here, we can. If you want to let me know, chat. This, I mean, it could be really interesting to see Eldrazi versus Soldiers. I can't say I've seen that matchup before.
Both people are playing Chalice. This is super awkward.
So here's a Matter Shaper versus Corey's Plains. A little bit faster start on one side.
Okay.
Corey did not get the Soul Land.
White Castle card.
Okay, Thalia.
Thalia. So this doesn't stop a lot of what Eldrazi's doing.
Oh, it looks like Corey does have a Soul Land. He's got a city in hand, so he can put a 4-drop down next turn. Whereas Jason's going to go Reality Smasher. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, and he's just jamming with the Matter Shaper.
Thalia has first strike, so that'll work. Ayavugan.
Yeah, he's going to put the Ayavugan in hand since he's already got one in play.
Okay, and these guys are just getting started on their side. I'm not sure what Danny's playing.
Something white blue.
So this game might go quicker, so we'll stay here for now.
Igango Castle. Is that the one that prevents? That's the one that prevents damage to legends.
Yeah. And taps for white.
Boo, Eldrazi, boo.
I like the people that come out of the chat just to hate on a deck.
Just hate on a deck.
They don't say anything.
I was quiet before, but Eldrazi something. Boo.
I'm pulling up. I'm pushing that thing, and I'm typing something. That's great.
Master of Gorefest, you sound like an Eagles fan.
All right, so this was supposed to be the match where there was like a lot of quick play and creatures just hit the battlefield, and it was attack, go sideways. We're maybe you're going slower than
that was a nice thought.
Maybe. Yep, they're already on turn 3. Corey's got to figure out how he's going to deal with this Reality Smasher. It looks like Jason's got a handful of lands though, so if he can deal with the Reality Smasher, he might be all right.
Well, lucky for you, Master, there is a Maverick player in our store who's been playing it quite a bit lately. I'm not sure if he's here. Did you see if Jeff was here today?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But we do have some Maverick in the room.
We have seen quite a bit of Maverick. One day we had 3 different Maverick decks on the top tables.
Mm-hmm.
So
and not Maverick.
Josh is playing Counterbalance. He just dropped a Counterbalance.
Oh.
In main deck Counterbalance.
So he's messing with the Miracles deck again.
Real quick, I'll show you what's happening over there. Just to keep you guys on board. Oh, Counterbalance, and Danny's going to follow up with a True Name Nemesis. It doesn't get countered. All right, we're gonna switch back to the first match here. Thought-Knot's here.
Triple Suppression Field. You wonder why he isn't there? Oh, it's because it's you. See, you're never in chat, so that makes sense. Well, welcome in, Jeff.
All right, Corey does not get to play his look at the top 4 cards, draw the Soldier's card because it gets Thought-Knotted, and Reality Smashing.
Most expensive Ayahugan activation of all time. Took me much too long to figure out that was Jeff. All right.
All right. Corey looks like he's going to recruit the guard. And then does he play the castle and try and kill a Smasher that way, being able to prevent damage to Thalia? Or, okay, so Recruiter costs 1 less because it's a soldier. Right. So he's got a floating mana.
Oh, so he can
cast a few things, maybe.
Get a Palace Jailer? Does he have... I don't think he can cast the Palace Jailer yet.
Jailer costs 4, right? So
yeah.
He could. He has a land in hand.
I think Jailer's double white, though.
Right, but he's got white. So here it comes. So he loses city. This is a lot of work to become the Monarch, but it might work out here.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because he had a floating mana and it cost 1 less, right?
Because Jailer is a soldier.
And we know that Jason is sitting on not very many. He's sitting on lands in hand at the moment.
Okay. This is going to take care of
Reality Smasher gets exiled, and it works, right?
Yes.
Because it's a creature activation. He doesn't have to discard.
He should not have to discard, and even if he did, he just discard a suppression field.
Oh, okay.
Like who cares?
Suppression field. Main deck suppression field. Don't care about that.
All right, the Monarch.
That's a pretty effective way of tutoring up an answer to Reality Smasher right there. And Corey gets to draw a card at end of turn. Ooh, looks like Jason got another. Is that another Reality Smasher? He wants to die drawing cards. He's putting out a bunch of creatures too.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jorgensen. I didn't realize that it was docking the Recruiter and the Jailer.
Yeah, where's the Monarch token? He's
I don't
actually
know.
wearing a crown. It's you just can't see it. It's out of the frame. They pass it back and forth.
The community crown.
All the butterflies died. We killed them.
No monarchs.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. There you go. The bees are next. We don't need honey. I just straight sugar. Nice
sugar.
and refined.
Sugar's good.
Look at this. I'm
A
gonna
new
attack.
smasher. So he has to
Oh,
prevent.
block.
He has to prevent all this damage from hitting.
Just because he doesn't want to kill them, and he wants to kill a 5/5 trampler, right?
Yes.
But if the one Palace Jailer dies, he gets a Reality Smasher back.
No, he doesn't. He gets it back when he becomes the monarch.
Oh.
Right.
Ah-ha-ha.
So this is why he's blocking with everything.
That
he
makes
can't,
more sense.
Mhm.
That's a complicated card. It exiles a creature, but you only get it back when you become the monarch, not when it dies.
Hey Jeff, thanks for the follow.
It's about time.
Yeah, seriously. Like that
Is
one
that
time.
one drop of honey? Yeah, because one drop of honey is really expensive now.
Mhm. And 2 drops of honey is
Ooh.
approximately double.
I'm not sure I know the answer to this one. What night do we get the most Commander players? Is it on Fridays?
Thursdays.
We have just Commander on Thursdays?
Yeah. In fact, since I've started working here, I can honestly tell you that if you came in at basically any point in the day, I'd say like you come at noon or any time later on any weekday, there will be Commander players here every single day.
But on Thursdays and Fridays,
Thursdays and Fridays we get the
there's
most.
Often 8
Yes.
or 10 people. Just
Oh,
playing Commander.
more than that. Yes. I've been in the store while there are 4 separate pods of people playing, and some of those pods even have more than 4 people. All right, so we've got a big Thalia and a suppression field.
All right, so here's Heretic, and you're saying it does not work against Reality Smasher? Does work because it keeps it from coming into play untapped,
Mhm.
and it's first strike.
Right, and it's also gonna keep non-basic lands, which is pretty much every land Jason has in his deck. It's gonna make them come into play tapped.
So, and then he's got the castle out as well, which Thalia's a legend.
Yes.
And that makes divvying up damage if you're multiple blocking a lot more tricky.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, 2
Second
suppression
suppression
fields. Corey's
So-
all about that suppression.
So at this point, you can pretty much bank on Jason not using his Ghost Quarter and not using his Ayabugan at all.
Probably. Yeah, that Ayabugan costs
11?
Yeah, and didn't he get rid of 1 suppression field to Chromox? Yeah.
Shaihaku, thanks for the follow.
All right, let's see if this army of soldiers on the
Ooh.
battlefield
Okay.
can beat a Thought-Knot Seer. Okay, so what should you do every Tuesday night to learn more about Legacy? If only there was a stream every
Tuesday.
7 p.m. Mountain Time every week.
Who do I recommend? Honestly, I don't think there's a person that I can think of just that I recommend for legacy content. Just look for legacy content. Most people who are creating it know the format well enough.
Yeah, and we try and we end up showing a pretty good diverse amount of
Yeah, we
decks. And most of the players know what they're doing when they pilot them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we try and read lines and stuff like that. I mean, this game's pretty much over, so we're not getting too into the technical aspects of what could or might not happen. Plus, I don't know how to play soldiers, right? You play creatures and turn them sideways. We attempt to, if you're looking to get into Legacy and have a deck, we definitely are you're our audience, right? Yeah, and you can find other legacy streams.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Card Kingdom and Geek Fortress also have solid streams.
The Smasher wasn't stolen; it was exiled with. Oh, did he put it in his deck? Did he pick it up? I doubt he did.
I think he would notice if there was a silver sleeve.
Yeah.
But maybe he did. Oh.
All right, let's see if this other match is going
Let's
here.
take a look at this. Oh, of course.
They're also sideboarding. Perfect. So Soldiers is undefeated so far.
So far. Well, I guess it did lose a game.
Oh, well, I mean, that was a...
Yes.
He felt bad.
Move. I feel bad about this. Here, you can have one.
I'm on the wrong... Here we go. Corey's got this one.
Okay.
And Danny was on a Sultai, maybe.
I saw
Some true name.
blue and white cards.
Ah.
That's a spell queller.
Oh, okay. Blue white with true name nemesis.
Swords. We've got Mizaoshite. A blue white something or other.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Corey has some sideboard cards that do anything for Eldrazi. I imagine Chalice has come out,
Yes.
and
Which is already a huge thing for his deck.
maybe the suppression fields stay, but I mean those Eldrazi the activation.
No,
on the eye
I
is
think
a
he
thing.
needs to be committing to the board. I would imagine that he's going to be boarding in more creatures and more removal.
Right. It's nice that they can hit a fetch land against a deck where maybe it's not doing much else. But
Yeah, no problem, is it, Rose? It's definitely a difficult question to answer, but I feel like that's the best I can give. An unbeatable army, you say?
if it's Soldiers versus Sparta is
Yeah.
what he's after here.
Mhm.
All right, we're back. Jason obviously on the play, and he starts with a cavern.
And go.
Looks like he'll have a pretty explosive turn 2 or 3.
You see the spirit guide?
White Knight is out. Well, you got to play with White Knight, right? If you're playing but it's a knight. That's rude.
Yeah.
That does get kind of confusing. What's the difference between a knight and a soldier during medieval times?
I guess knights are just a little higher up because they've been knighted.
Yeah.
I assume that they are stronger soldiers with prettier armor.
You just need the abyss, and then you can kick the soldiers into it.
Oh.
You can fatally push them into it.
Oh,
right?
nice.
Yeah. We have a Walking Ballista on 1.
That makes it hard to play Athalia, doesn't it? But I guess we'll see where he wants to go with this. All right.
He
Big
played
Thalia.
Thalia.
Yeah.
He did anyway.
See,
He heard what you said.
we knew he
Didn't
was going
care.
to play that, so we kept Thalia up on
All
screen.
right, so
just
Jason
for you
here,
guys.
if he wanted to, he could put a counter on his Ballista and trade. That comes into play tapped, though, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to
So,
correct that?
Yeah. Why don't you go correct it before he
Get too far.
gets too far? He's playing an endless one, so he'll have to do it for less. You can't miss that. It's not a trigger. It just happens. So we're gonna back up. Corey's gonna have him back up here. So he tried to play an endless one for 5, and that's not gonna work. Which is interesting because Corey saw the Thalia for the endless one. He said, "Oh, that comes into play tapped," but he didn't see it for the
Yeah.
city.
City of Traders, that's a little more brutal.
Okay, so instead we're gonna get using the Simian Spirit Guide for a Matter Reshaper is mean. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's gonna come into play tapped. There it is.
Yeah, we're remembering now. All right, good. Yeah, Thalia really hurts Eldrazi. I mean, they're known for their fast mana, and Thalia is going to slow that right down.
Corey's sitting in on 3 City of Traders, 1 in play and 2 in hand.
It gives him access to 5 mana per turn, but only 1 white. which has got to feel at least a little annoying.
That warping whale is kind of interesting. Can take out the ballista, right?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah,
Tapping matters.
Tapping things matters. Soldiers, of course. It's definitely not Death and Taxes. This is mono white soldiers. Right now you're seeing a Thalia, but we've got Preeminent Captain. I think we've got Captain of the Watch. We've got the Tutoring Soldier, and look at the top 4 cards of your library and draw all the soldier.
We can remember what all of them do and not the names.
They have 2 shoulders. His soldiers do.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hadn't seen you in chat before. Welcome in.
And right now, Corey is 1-0 with it, and he won the first round he won the first game of round 2.
He did.
It's Soldier Stompy is if you look up. It's a deck. It plays kind of like goblins.
It does.
And at least a lot of the soldiers that Corey has played, it seems like they have a goblin that's a similar. Is this an Armageddon?
This is an Armageddon. So, Corey at this point feels comfortable enough to Armageddon in the face of a Matter Reshaper and a Ballista, and I think he has plenty of reason to feel that way.
I don't know. The Reshaper by itself kind of acts as a land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not what I expected him to do there.
No, definitely not.
Maybe
I mean, it's also not the first time I've seen Corey cast Armageddon.
And we'll see a lot more of it in Pirates versus Dinosaurs, right?
Yes.
Armageddon. No. 2/2. Isaiah. What's the card? What's the name of the 2/2? Condra. It's a 2/2.
I can't remember.
That he played with Armageddon that Corey beat you with.
Oh, sorry, Isamaru?
Isamaru.
Yeah, he beat me.
I knew it starts with an IS, but
it was sad.
So Jason is not going to be countering any of Corey's soldiers anytime soon here?
No, I don't think he had any plans to anyway.
Do you think he named soldiers both times?
Probably not.
Maybe one time he named
human.
What's his one non-soldier card?
Did he have a non-soldier card?
Yeah, I think so. I think there is one.
I can't think of one. I wonder if he plays Mutavault in this deck.
Aha! Take that.
Whoa.
Dismember. This is a weird game.
He's looking at Warping Well going, well, that doesn't help.
I can't. Yep. It's an instant.
Yeah, Agent 2 cuts down. 4 damage is coming across. And I think he's going to Warping Well the Ballista. Or at least, that sure would be what I would do.
He can put a counter on it, though, in response, right?
No, it costs 4 mana to put a counter on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to ping him instead, and then Corey loses 3 life. Getting an eggs? Okay.
That was a little stretch, but sure, we'll take it.
I haven't had Corey serve me breakfast, so I can't verify that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so this is the one, we pulled it up a little while ago. This is the one he looks at the top 4 cards of his library. He gets to draw all of the soldiers. So he gets to draw 2 cards.
A Thalia and a repeat.
Yeah. Which is pretty great.
So sorry, this is Daru War Chief, War Captain?
No, this isn't what Daru.
Oh, sorry.
Chief. This is the it's the Enlistment Officer.
Enlistment Officer.
2/3 first strike, costs 4. And it's from Apocalypse. See, that's why I said all your Apocalypse soldiers when you...
Makes sense.
Enlistment Officer. Come on.
Jeez, come on.
Jeez. So 2/3 first strike is actually a thing, right? That matters.
Right? You didn't expect to see Cast Out in Legacy? Actually, this is not the first time we've seen Cast Out in Legacy.
Yeah. It gets played in some important Miracles decks.
It does.
As a way to be able to miracle.
It's been really solid for a couple of decks. In fact, I think in the mono white Eldrazi deck that Corey was playing last week.
So Corey just missed a trigger.
Which one was that?
City Traders. You can't miss his own trigger.
No, he can't. The second fix. So he's explaining, okay, I have 2 colorless floating.
There we go. I mean, we already did the same thing to Jason last game.
Yeah, we did.
And
Both players have had a
backed it up.
hiccup.
Yeah. All right, here's another enlistment officer.
All right, how many soldiers are we drawing this? You gonna bring it up?
I'm gonna try.
All right, so he gets only Athalia. Jot17, thanks for the follow.
This is, you know, when I imagined which legacy decks we were going to see tonight, I did not expect 2 of enlistment officers to be on the board.
No.
I don't.
Then again, I feel like every time I sit down here, I'm like, all right, what we gonna see today?
What's the spice that's going to go undefeated?
Yeah, exactly.
Another reality smasher. If Corey can get one more first striker down, he's not going to be too concerned about 5/5s.
Yeah, I don't think Jason's quite dead yet. This reality smasher changes things up quite a bit. Puts him to 6. I mean, if he goes like play Athalia,
Another
okay.
first striker. Take that 5/5.
So in this case, he's gonna hold back due to the fact that he can just first strike the smasher to death.
Ooh, Jason drew, or he's had a Jitte though. That's effective.
First strike.
Oh yeah, so he will do.
Yeah.
Smasher won't even do damage, huh?
No, it will not.
Yeah. See, I wonder if he's thinking the exact same thing I just did. Whoops. Uh-oh. Yeah, he just realized it. I'm going to stack. Oh, no, I'm not.
For a sec, I thought he was going to lose life, but it looks like he's just tapping it for 1 mana with Urborg.
All right, so here's Preeminent Captain. This one, I've pulled it up 3 times, and I still don't remember what it does.
So Preeminent Captain, when it attacks, you get to put a soldier from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking.
So it's like the Goblin, except
and it does have
better,
first strike.
in a way. It's like Goblin Lackey, except more expensive, and it's
Oh, there it is. There's the Captain of the Watch.
yeah! It's going to get Thought Knotted.
I don't
like,
think
no.
so. He needs a lot
Yeah.
more mana.
So that Mirror Entity, though, isn't as amazing when he's only got 3 mana out.
Yeah.
He's going to take the Enlistment Officer.
Soldier Lackey for 3. That's right.
But the Lackey just puts it into play, not tapped and attacking, right?
Yeah, AE7, he isn't losing life from Tomb because he's been tapping it for black mana with Urborg.
I don't think I've seen any Mirror Crusaders. There might be some in the sideboard, but I doubt it. Sometimes that card can be pretty brutal.
Right.
I've seen it out of Death and Taxes a couple times. This is an interesting kind of stalled board state, right? Corey doesn't want to attack with his captain because of Reality Smasher and Jitte.
He's got
or maybe he does.
He has a lot of first strike on the board, and I feel like attacking with his preeminent captain, it's possible it's worth it.
Then he gets to pick off 2 things, though.
No, I don't think it's worth it. You don't want to give Jitte any counters.
Yeah, I think you're right, HC Fox.
Yeah,
if
agreed.
If a Palace Jailer, just like the last round, where Palace Jailer gives him an advantage.
Yeah, I think just casting the Mirror Entity is everything that he can do right now. And if he can draw like an Ancient Tomb and just like pay 5...
Ooh, is that a Ratchet Bomb? That's a card.
It's a card that's going to take some time.
It will, but at the moment...
It doesn't look too
we're
bad.
kind of stalled, huh?
Yeah, cracking it on 3 is definitely bad for Corey.
If he can get a City of Traders down, and then his Mirror Entity can make all his dudes a 5/5 for strikers, then Jitte won't ever get counters, and that'll end the game pretty quick.
I do know what Corey was thinking, because he was thinking, okay, if Preeminent Captain puts in this Captain of the Watch, it's going to be huge, right? It's giving +1/+1 to the team, and you get 3 essentially 2/2s. but in doing so, you're going to give Jitte 2 counters, which makes it so the Smasher can attack. That's not particularly something he wants to happen.
Palace Jailer is a soldier. Ah, you beat me to it. But he would be putting counters on Jitte if he attacks into a Reality Smasher.
So
all right,
he,
so there
he
is
found
the
an Ancient Tomb.
Ancient Tomb. So his guys could be 5/5s this turn.
Yeah.
That's practically lethal.
It actually is lethal. It's exactly lethal.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
I think he needs to go for this. It's kind of like lose to dismember, right?
Yeah. And yet...
Actually, I don't think he would lose to dismember. No, because a dismember, he'd have to lose 4 life. He'd also have to tap his Ancient Tomb,
yeah,
so he'd be losing 6 life, and that would make up for the...
And he gets to put out a Captain of the Watch.
Yeah.
Even better.
Exactly.
So there's 3 soldiers come in with the Captain of the Watch.
And the Captain of the Watch is tapped and attacking. I don't know if he's realizing this, but...
Oh, he could tap the Ancient Tomb for black, yeah. So he could live.
I'm not sure if he is... Like, the Captain of the Watch does have Vigilance, but the Preeminent Captain actually does put it into play. Tapped and attacking. I'll probably let him know after this match ends right now.
So here's soldiers, right? Here's a mono white deck, and this is an interesting deck. This is not simple. There's been a lot of choices.
Yeah, there really has. And this is what Mirror Entity does, right?
Jason's like, wait a minute, I've seen this card before, but I've never lost to it.
I have definitely lost to Mirror Entity. It's like, wait, so you played this is like back in Lorwyn, it was like, okay, so you played Spectral Procession, and then the next turn you paid 7 mana and made them all 7/7s,
right,
and I died.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was definitely.
Oh,
all right. So Corey is 2-0 with soldiers.
That's a thing that's happening.
And our other match is.
Looks like they're boarding out. Looks like they're boarding out. Yeah, they're boarding out.
Yeah, they're boarding out.
So they're talking about their matchup. So it looks like a Jeskai deck. Got a little red in the sideboard. Yeah, soldiers, 2-0.
Right. Yeah, Captain QC. And I'm curious if he knew that. I'm going to ask him real quick.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, and let him know that it does come into play tapped as well, even though it has Vigilance. Good to keep people informed about the cards they're using. Which Corey's a very, very experienced player. It's kind of surprising that he didn't quite catch that, but it was not too relevant. Well, guys, soldiers, that's a thing. Oh, man. Hey, we got a pretty good group going tonight.
So the math thought is I still got it like I think I missed like 8 phases of that game. Oh yeah? Or that like match. But it's just like I was missing the city training. It's gotta be the
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, we hadn't seen Eldrazi for a little while in the store. Last week, Corey actually, instead of playing with the soldiers, he was playing with... it's apparently a thing. Yeah, apparently. I guess it's a thing. But yeah, Corey went undefeated last time, or last Tuesday with a mono-white Eldrazi deck. That was really interesting. It looks like he didn't like the Eldrazi and would rather be playing with some soldiers. But Jason's been working on this Eldrazi deck for a little bit. You'd rather be brainstorming? I think most people would rather be brainstorming.
So Corey did not have it as attacking. I believe, even though it's Vigilance, it still would be tapped.
It is tapped.
Right.
Yeah, it comes into play tapped.
Yeah.
But
and attacking, regardless of Vigilance. He apologized for making a few errors. He kind of gave me a
right, because he's so experienced with his soldiers. Yeah.
So we've got Josh. Josh was 2-0 with his Miracles deck against Danny, and we've got 13 players tonight. So we have a couple others that are undefeated.
Okay.
So we might have a Soldiers versus Portent Miracles next round. We might not.
Well, that would definitely be interesting. That's what judges are for. Yeah, because we have judges here tonight. Totally. The people probably most qualified for the judges are the people sitting down and playing with their Magic cards. Or Bryce and I.
Maybe not qualified, but at least we're observing, right?
Right.
We're catching some of these things that shouldn't.
Soldiers don't make errors.
Ah, yes. That's what he said when I went out there. He's like, I made so many snafus. It's weird that you would have known exactly what he said.
Please tell me he actually said that.
I mean, yes. That's what Corey said just now.
Oh, okay.
Because he did it in like a soldier voice.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure what that sounds like, but
me neither.
It was very soldiery. He's getting into it. He's wearing all yellow.
Mm-hmm.
For
it's as close as he could get to armor.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one either, but see, and yeah.
See, if I didn't know any better, he's got the same yellow deck box that I have my deck in.
He switched out your deck for soldiers.
Yeah, I guess. I actually spoke. So last time I played Jund, I 3-0'd, and I was surprised once again. And I went up to Corey afterwards, and I went, "Hey, Corey, so I 3-0'd today." And he looks at me and he's like, "With Jund?" And I go, "With Jund." And he goes, "The only reason I'm not playing Jund right now is I don't feel like our meta's good for it." And I go, I've been doing great. You should play Jund." And here he is. The next time we see him playing mono white soldiers.
Yeah. Just as good as Jund.
Right. Apparently. Oh, that was great.
Join the army, they said. See the world, they said. Rather be brainstorming. I like that. Makes sense. Yes, we need to have some soldier-appropriate music for this stream. You're right.
You know what? The only problem with that is that we have to come with that music prepared, and I don't think any of us were prepared to see soldiers today.
I left my trumpet at home. I can't play taps at the end of the stream. Sorry.
You know what? Just because you said that, Jeff, we're actually pushing Destiny 2's release to 11 o'clock. Sorry.
Is it a stream download? Is that what is? Are people waiting in line at stores?
I know a lot of people just download it the second it comes out. It's the right thing to do.
So in the past, you've been able to like pre-download some of those type of things, and then you can actually launch it. Do you know if that's a thing still, or?
I'm not sure. Destiny 2 looks sweet though.
See, Fox just keeps trying. I like it. No one expects the Spanish. No one expects an army at their doorstep. It's working.
Doorbell rings. Open the door. See an army. Shut the door.
All right. So this list plays Dawnbringer Charioteers out of the sideboard.
What? They just need a lifelink soldier?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I don't think Corey has.
Has Holy Lights.
Yeah, I'm not. This is a MTG Gold.
Tower of the Magistrate? Oh, I hope he has Tower of the Magistrate. That's actually a sweet sideboard card for his deck.
Target creature gains protection from artifacts until.
Yeah, and it's anti-Jitte.
Yeah.
/ Batterskull. Like, alright, I get Batterskull. It's like, alright, on a quib. I'm gonna take your germ off that Batterskull. Have fun.
So some of these guys were telling me about a game that I was aware of but didn't know the intricacies of it.
Okay.
PUBG it's players unknown, Battlefield something else, Battleground.
Battlegrounds.
Right?
Mm-hmm. It's like the top game on Twitch right now. It is huge.
So it's actually a pretty interesting game.
It really is.
It plays as like a first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Right?
Yep.
And
you drop out of a plane and you start picking up supplies.
100 players in the opening, which is pretty impressive, right?
It
100
is.
players all
Yeah.
in one thing. So I was watching a few of those games, and that's
I was actually watching a stream of that game just last night.
Yeah, instead of
They have team
Halo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm of the age where Halo was an actual thing, and I played that, and then I got old and had kids, and I think I played some Call of Duty after Halo.
I've definitely played my fair share. Hulk Uppercut, thanks for the follow.
But this looks like a fun game.
Yeah.
Looks challenging.
I have not bought it, but then again, I'm never home, so
Yeah.
I'm tempted. I am tempted.
But I wonder, with a game like that that's still popular, that's only been out for a little while, right?
6-7 months ish.
Okay,
But
so
they've it's all the updates that have come up and really made because at the beginning it was a really glitchy game and they fixed it.
Because of having 100 players all in the
They
same
fixed
game,
it,
right?
yeah.
But I wonder some of these launches like Destiny 2, how if they'll actually be a lower launch than other games would be.
I'm not sure. I think Destiny kind of has its own crowd. So I would expect Destiny 2 to do really well with the people
Regardless,
who are
yeah. You put on your Jennifer. Yeah, that's exactly what I first thought too. It's like Hunger Games. Okay, so Jennifer Lawrence is in the game. I like it so far. The PUBG thing is still in beta.
Yeah, it technically is.
Well, at least
It's huge though.
right.
It's like
at
probably
at
one of
least
the biggest
they're honest
betas.
about it.
Yeah,
now,
it's like the biggest beta I've ever seen.
right. Some other games launched that are still in like alpha, and they ship it as if it's a sold
I
finished.
mean,
game.
MTGO is still a beta, right?
It crashes every other game. Interesting. So you gotta upgrade your internet connection or your.
Probably not your internet connection.
No.
It probably is an issue with the game.
Halo was the jam back in high school. Yeah, it was.
It really was.
It was back when you actually like carried an Xbox and like a real TV, not a lightweight thin screen TV, but like a real TV to your
Right.
buddy's house to.
You can't carry both at the same
Right.
time.
No. People actually had like full TVs in the back of their cars to go drive to their friend's house, and people didn't think that was weird because that's how you played Halo.
Yeah. I miss Halo 1 quite a bit. I liked Halo 1 and Halo 2 and then just went down.
MTGO's
barely not.
I'm not sure if it's.
I don't even know
like
if it's an alpha.
0.001.
Yeah. Oh, I was well aware that I was giving it too much credit.
No. MTGO is a very finished, polished program.
Hey, MTGO is exactly what they envisioned when they created it.
There you go. Legacy is way better.
Then you started playing more Legacy? Well, what the heck, Jeff? I mean, if you start playing Destiny 2, then we might not see you again. That's an issue.
2,000 plus hours is a lot of hours to have in a game.
It is.
I'm not quite sure how you pull that off.
I'm not sure either.
There we are.
Ha!
Whoa, it's us.
Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, 2,000 plus hours is a lot.
Let's see what if I have a time to give you guys here. Start at 8:15. It's now 8:58.
We'll get another 10 minutes.
Minus the 3, carry the 4.
Over 3 years. Yeah, that's probably a realistic time. I used to play Call of Duty about that much. And then I stopped. And I haven't played Call of Duty pretty much since.
I was kind of hoping that this PUBG game that it would be somehow more Hunger Games-ish. Like I was expecting crossbows or bow and arrow or
Like you'd have to like
throwing knives or
No, it's like guns
it's just a bunch of guns.
Hey, you can pick up a pan. You can do it Tangled style.
And smash somebody with a pan. This is by far the strangest fight I've ever had. Do it Tangled style.
You just getting that?
It probably is like there aren't any knives or swords. There's just a pan and then guns.
Yep, just pan.
There you go. I like it.
It reminds me of like Super Smash Brothers when like I'm sure everybody's played Super Smash Brothers at least once in their life, but Peach has a side B move where she'll take out a golf club, and she also has a pan and like something else that she'll just like hit people with.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Oh, there is a crossbow. Good.
It's about 2 hours every day. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's all you have to do. Just 2 hours every single day.
We get to see
It's a lot of time.
what Jason's doing on his phone over here.
Looks like he has people to talk to.
Yeah.
I wish I was like that.
You've got all these guys. That's her
that's her side
Come
smash.
on. See,
sorry.
She was not in the
Yeah,
original
the
Super Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah, the B side is the hit bomb. I apologize.
Peach wasn't in Smash Brothers, the original 64.
She was. Yeah, she's been in every game.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Sorry, is it
I
Rose?
must
I'm
have
sorry.
never played as Peach.
I've owned every single one.
Okay.
I like that game. I like.
You just collect them as a.
No, Super Smash Brothers is what I mean. Yeah, Super Smash Brothers. I've liked those games. They're great.
They are pretty fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they've started to get a little too technical in some ways because I liked the original.
They're very competitive. Yeah. Like it was Melee that came out, and like a lot of people really liked Melee, but the problem is like only one character was good on it. If you're not playing that character, then you're just like may as well not be playing. So since then, people have like changed the game. They've gone in and like made their own version of the game, and it's like really, really good for competitive play. So some people use the most recent version. Some people.
And we get a new one pretty soon here, right?
Actually, no.
Oh,
as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, if people in chat know more about this than I do, but I'm pretty sure the one that was on the Wii U was announced to be the last one.
Oh.
I'm sure that somebody else will pick up the game later, but that's what I was told.
Well, we still have
By a semi-reliable source.
no update on our time here. We should be pretty close to the end of round 2. We're dragging today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Floundering.
Our games are finishing up really
Floundering.
quickly, and then we've got one or two other games that are going to time. Smash 64 is the game that had Pikachu dominate everyone.
Yes.
Once you started getting into it.
Yeah, I think Melee was like all Captain Falcon and Fox. I'm pretty sure. Like if you weren't playing one of those, then you were just crazy. It might have just been Fox. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was just Fox.
Well,
Just modding new characters.
let's go back to
Yeah, Project M. Thank you. That is the name I was looking for. I couldn't remember. Project M.
I don't think we have a. Maybe we do have a Tuesday update. Let's check.
There were cards revealed today.
No.
Oh, sorry. You're looking at your.
the bad magic update.
But really, he's just the most technical. I mean, a lot of characters were like that too. I mean, even with the most recent one, the one on the Wii U. I feel like a lot of characters are like that, and it takes people time to figure out how good they are because the amount of technical skill that goes into playing the character. Like I know Bayonetta was like thought to be terrible at the beginning, and then people figured her out, and she was like really good.
That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a recap.
What are we looking for? This is objectively true.
HC Fox.
Just fact.
So, HC Fox, you get to play on the new Super Nintendo. There's a Star Fox, right, that comes out.
Oh yeah. Martha's sweet. See, I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, so I'm all for it. Any Fire Emblem character. I love how the recent Smash Brothers just had a million Fire Emblem characters, and people have been making fun of just like the fact that the game was just turned into Fire Emblem, and here I am. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. More Fire Emblem characters, please. Let's do that.
I don't remember.
I've been pretty much addicted to the Fire Emblem Heroes, the one on your phone. I can't put it down. The fact that I'm not playing it right now is kind of weird.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a Fire Emblem game for Android and iOS. Identify problem. Step 2. Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Ah, people are sitting. You know what that means.
Alright, looks like we have Nate.
Oh, Jeff, you don't know the half of it. I love Fire Emblem. I can't say I'm very good at it, but then again, I'm not very good at most games I play. That's probably why I play Magic as much as I do. It's the only one I'm actually okay at.
And we've got Corey again on Soldiers versus Caleb. And Caleb might be on Show and Tell. I'm not sure on that. And Josh Snow is going to face off Nate on Esper Delver. So let's see something other than Soldiers, shall we? Round 3.
Is Rose, you've never played a Fire Emblem game?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I strongly, strongly recommend it. It's a grid-based strategy game. If you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, in my personal opinion, it's just a better Final Fantasy Tactics, and the characters are way better. I recommend the games strongly. Then again, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, so I might be a little biased. Yeah, I said I think I'm good at Magic. I definitely don't know that to be a fact.
We saw... We never even got to see what Caleb was playing, did we? Uh-oh.
Jason, come on.
Why are you a sad panda?
Yeah, Jeff, why are you a sad panda? Jason, I expected more from you. I can honestly say that. Are we getting a new Fire Emblem game for the Switch? Jordan, I don't know. I know that they announced a new one for the 3DS, which that's what most of the games are on. But I think that comes out in November. The new Fire Emblem game.
All right, you guys get our cool.
All right, switching
filtered,
back to Magic.
Filtered camera where it gives it this nice vintage, legacy look. That's what we call this. This is our legacy filter on this camera.
You're not playing an FE game? Well, turn on your phone and download Fire Emblem Heroes. It's fantastic. It's free. Well, it's kind of one of those pay-to-win kind of games, but still, I've put like nothing into it, and it's a blast.
Nate's gonna play a Delver.
All right.
Don't worry, HC Fox. We have Soldiers going on right next to these guys, and we can switch over to that at any time, in case we need to see unknowable named white creatures.
So sorry, what do you mean by probably? What are you referring to?
Alright, so Josh is going to brainstorm. Look at all these look at all these one drops.
Just get rid of this now. We're playing around days. Perfect. Let's get rid of the Delver now. And we'll portent.
He sees Jace, Force of Will, Island. I think. It happened quick. Soldiers has not been a large part of any legacy meta.
Nope.
It is a deck, though. Including
this meta, it is still not a large part of it.
Yeah.
But
I asked Corey what he was playing today, and he kind of giggled. He kind of gave me Soldiers. So this is the first time we've ever seen it.
Jeff, oh my goodness! If you have a 3DS, I will lend you games. I'm not messing with you. Or go get yourself one of those 2DSs for like $80. There's a deal going on. I saw it. I was even tempted, even though I already have the system. Just like $80, go get it, and I'll lend you the game.
Looks like Nate.
You guys need to experience these games.
Sitting on a Spell Pierce, I believe. So okay, so he goes and gets a Scrub Land, the second worst dual land.
Yes, right. The second worst.
Right.
But not the flattest.
No, it's not the one that has the highest form of flattery.
Oh, flattery.
Right. Highest.
Highest flattery.
Highest flattery. Yeah, there you go. That's the plateau.
Oh, you're okay. You're answering Jason. There you go. Okay, sorry.
So these guys get to play 1-drops because there isn't a Chalice of the Void on 1 out. It's a little different. We saw Corey beat Calvin with the Chalice of the Void on 1 a couple times earlier. That was round 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, is this a Soothsayer?
I'm glad you knew where to go with this, because I sure didn't.
Is that what this one is? We got multiple Soothsayers. Ah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's some sort of a Sayer. It's
Just type in Sayer. See if we can get it up before Jorgensen comes in and.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I thought it was a Soothsayer.
Soothsaying. Okay.
Oh, man, so close.
Yeah, told you. Jorgensen got ya.
Goodness.
All right. This is the card that people were talking about replacing top, which he is playing Counterbalance. May I add?
Wow, it's a lot like top, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
The thing that it does not let you do is give you prowess triggers, right?
Right. Which is funny because guess what's spinning between the people in the art?
Look at that. No wonder.
Yeah.
It's a top. But it's a
Mystical top.
yeah, it's not really there.
The
It's
aura
top,
of a
but
top.
It's top, but not really.
Yes, it doesn't let you draw cards.
This is great.
It's
Counterbalance and Soothsaying. I'm fascinated to see how this plays out.
I feel like every week Josh is like messing a little more with this, trying to figure out the best way to play this Port and Miracles deck, because he was a huge Miracles player before the ban. And he's like, nope, I'm not letting this deck go. I know I can make it work.
Okay, Jorgensen. It also doesn't let you draw cards. What? So it's not as good as Sensei's Top. But it's an enchantment. which
H.C. Fox's
is a
book,
thing.
his binders just keep
Yeah,
going.
Yeah. He had a Soothsaying thing
Yeah.
that he just pulled out. Josh is running Counterbalance main. I don't know how many, but we glanced at a match earlier and I saw one.
Yeah, we did.
Game 1. So he's got Monastery Mentor and Counterbalance. He might not even... he's got to have some number of Terminus, right? But it might not be... You'd think you'd be running full 4 Terminus with Soothsaying, right?
You'd think so, yeah.
I don't know. Sitting in this situation right here, Josh can look at the top 5 cards of his library. That's kind of a impressive bonus over Sensei's Top. Or he could look at some, fetch, and look at some more.
Yeah.
He's going to start with
Predict. Let's get rid of a Plains, and we're going to draw another Soothsaying. And was that a... What was the other card? Looked like a Brainstorm, maybe?
It was
Ponder?
definitely not a Merfolk of the Pearl Trident.
No, it wasn't that.
That was my first guess off of the art. I think I'm wrong, though.
I think so.
Lord of Atlantis. No.
No.
Probably not that either. I'm just going to keep naming
Just
these
a
cards.
2-mana 2/2. Two Soothsaying, 3 Counterbalance. Thanks, Aravant. Yeah, that might be the split he's running.
We haven't seen the Counterbalance yet.
Yeah,
right?
we haven't seen.
And at the moment, some 1/1 spirits are getting it done. Josh is going to... he's got a Terminus on the bottom. That doesn't help. He's going to shuffle. That's what he's going to do. He's going to find an answer to what Nate's doing.
Yeah, he needs to find a Terminus. And then he has to deal with another Lingering Souls.
And you can see how quick all of these actions are for Josh. He just whips through them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not watching like a sped up version of Magic here. And
no.
His hand movements.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
Yes, we saw at least a Counterbalance.
Yes.
And it was game 1.
Yeah, we kind of like peeked into his match and then left.
There's a Terminus. He gets to set that up.
No worries, Jason. We understand. People are in and out of the stream all the time.
So I'm pretty sure he has a terminus on top of his library here. Yeah, so that's the other thing Top does. Ooh, okay, he's going to put the mentor down now. Interesting. Top let you terminus. It let you miracle whenever you wanted.
Whenever you want.
Right? Which was a huge advantage.
I feel like this was another like good reason to have cast out in your deck.
Yep. That did such nothing. Josh is it's all about the clicks per minute, right? He's got the clicks per minute thing going down.
Yeah.
All right.
Josh is like, I can do nothing faster than you can do nothing. Faster than you can do something.
Yeah, you put me down to 10. Well, you're at 18, and I did way more actions to get you there.
You have to if your deck runs 20 cantrips.
Right.
Exactly. And he's going to have all these soothsaying activations, which a lot of these times he's going to be looking at sometimes even more cards than...
Ooh, this is... So, hold on. Josh just cast Monastery Mentor, right?
Okay.
It baited Nate to play another Lingering Souls.
I think that's why he did it. He cast this and it shows Nate that the coast is clear on Terminus,
Yeah.
and Josh knows that he doesn't need this Monastery Mentor to win this game. He can pick it up later. It's on the bottom of his library now, but it won't stay that way. We've got a fish land in play,
and
it will resolve Jace.
Nate's going to be able to flashback Lingering Souls, but Josh has some Force of Wills.
So question, Bryce, what do you think about this new Planeswalker legendary thing? Are we going to see some Vryn's Prodigies in with these decks?
Probably. We'll probably see some Vryn
Prodigy?
At least tested out in certain builds. Maybe in Grixis, right?
Okay. You think you're going to be messing with it at all?
Probably not. I don't know.
Maybe in the Grixis control deck, but not your Delver deck, of course.
No. It could certainly be pretty strong, but like the Grixis control deck only is playing what, one Jace anyway.
Jeff, you think it's garbage? I think Vryn's Prodigy is very strong. I think having 2 Jaces is incredible.
We might see some Gideon have an effect there in Legacy, at least in Modern.
At least in Modern, yeah. Wow, Josh goes down to 4.
There's also some interesting tutorable effects now, where you couldn't really tutor for a Planeswalker, and now you can.
All right, I'm trying to find Terminus. Which is really unfortunate because I believe there's another Lingering Souls in the graveyard.
There you go, Is It Rose? See? Just think of the positives. Alright, yeah, this is super precarious, right? Josh is down to 4, and yet sometimes Important Miracles just doesn't care, right? As long as it gets set up.
Yeah, I agree, Jeff. I think it is kind of a rule that didn't need to be changed. In fact, I didn't even think the first Legend rule needed to be changed, I don't know. I wasn't really for any change on it, but
who's so upset that they can't play the new Jace in Modern with their other Jaces, right? Like,
yeah,
is that really a concern that people were having?
No, I'm not really concerned about it. I was just kind of wondering how people thought that it might affect.
I guess it just goes back to the idea of Magic telling him you can't play with your cards, right?
Right.
If you have all these different Jaces and you want to play with them, it feels bad if you can't play with a different card. The people who don't play the Jaces, yeah. Oh, let's soothsaying for 1 billion. That sounds fun. I'm going to look at the top of my deck and rearrange it into the order I want.
You're okay with 4 Thalia on board?
Take that, spirit tokens. You just got terminated. Terminusist? Terminated. No, it's none of those things, guys.
Terminated.
I don't know what the multiplication of terminus is. Yeah, especially when you like could kill a hexproof creature, right? Killing a Geist of St. Traft was weird.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that there were weird parts about it, but there was also a lot of strategy with it as well. I mean, I playing back then and learning to play with Planeswalkers and Legends that way, I never felt like there was a problem when I was playing with it. And when it changed, I didn't really feel like there was a problem with that way, and it's changing again. But
it felt kind of nice when you played a Liliana of the Veil. You were the only one that got it, right? Like it was flavor. It was great, but yeah, unfortunate that.
Yeah, the Planeswalker uniqueness rule, we got rid of that. It's just the Legend rule now.
Right. Well, and Morrow said on his blog that he would, if he could have it his way, he would have no Legend at all. Like he could play with 4 of them at a time. There's Counterbalance. Finally, the Tron, the Urzatron has been created. The Triforce, I don't know what it's called. What is it when it's Soothsaying and Counterbalance?
No, the rules are never hard to figure out. I wasn't really like complaining about the new rules. I was just saying I'd never really felt like there was a problem with the old one. There's not really a problem with the new ones either. It's just interesting that they felt like
Nate successfully deals 1 more damage to Josh with a Force of Will battle. Let's see. I'm curious. Josh is at 3 life. Is he going to take another point of damage this game?
He definitely doesn't need to.
Does he have it firmly locked up here? Here's a Gurmag Angler.
Reveal counterbalance.
Is he going to counterbalance for 7?
There's no 7 drops.
Maybe he's got a sideboard 7 drop in his deck.
Sideboard 7 drop.
Main deck. Oh, that's an answer. Swords to Plowshare.
Yeah, that's just Swords it.
Yeah. So his zombie fish put down its sword, and it's now a farmer. That's what just happened. And Soothsaying for 3. So Counterbalance seems hard to make work without top. Right now, Josh is in a better spot than Sensei Stop. Soothsaying, he gets to pick how many cards he gets to look at and rearrange.
Yeah, he can do much more. I mean, that it does involve, paying a lot of mana, but this deck plays at instant speed.
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't affect it too badly.
Eventually, Jace is going to get there.
Oh, that's a good point, Captain QC. I did not catch that. Gideons, once they become creatures, Karakas can bounce those right back to their hand.
Does it become a legendary creature?
I would assume so, because the card is legendary. It becomes a creature, but it's still a legendary Gideon. Yeah. Definitely interesting to think about.
Ooh, more Gurmag Angling gonna happen here, guys. Woo.
Alright, so let's flash back the last Lingering Souls.
Fun and interactive. Yeah, it is. Nissa making Karakas a 5/5, and then the enemy Karakas bouncing it. I like it.
That would be an interesting interaction. That is amazing.
All right, so
I think Nate scooped that up.
Nate's gonna scoop. He saw the signs there as well. That it would take a little while, but eventually he would get there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Soothsaying and Counterbalance is a pretty solid lock. And he was at 3 life, 2 life at that point.
Yeah. And the new Planeswalker rule didn't really change the ability to do that. That could happen to Karakas before.
So it looks like our backup match with Corey on Soldiers and Caleb on Eldrazi is already over.
So he faced down another Eldrazi deck.
Yeah.
Now who do you think took that one?
Well, based off of our previous, definitely Soldiers, right? But Eldrazi easily could beat Soldiers.
I do think so.
I think it's got the advantage.
I think like Endbringer and Smasher seem like good cards.
Yeah,
against
Corey
the
was
Soldier
able to
deck.
deal with Reality Smasher, but I don't know.
Soldiers won, I'm guessing. The way it looks like they're looking at their sideboards right now, it's definitely over, but I'm not sure who won.
All right, Josh finishing up sideboarding. I was watching the other camera, so I didn't see what he was putting in there. Now I'm not actually 100% Josh won that, but I think so.
Now, historically, these Miracles decks have been pretty good against Delver, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason Delver wasn't an amazing deck before the banning, is because Miracles was the best deck in the format, and it tore it up.
Counterbalance was difficult too. So a lot of decks, it was instead of Esper Delver or Grixis Delver, people are playing green, and so you can play Abrupt Decay, right?
Yeah. They had to be able to kill the counterbalance.
So we were seeing Sultai, and Sultai with Leopold.
Yep.
Was a much more popular deck back then.
Yeah, the Shardless deck was supposedly really good at beating the Miracles deck.
It was okay.
It was okay.
How about that? It wasn't really.
So I say supposedly.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't favored.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The new job of playing Destiny 2, is that...
Oh, well, I didn't know you got a new job, Jeff. Congrats. I got a new job, too.
So you don't have time to play Legacy either?
Nope, no time.
Man.
I have to do stuff like this.
Goodness. We're just going to leave soothsaying up, because I'm going to forget what it is.
Okay.
I'm just joking. Pretty sure everybody knows what soothsaying. I'm still kind of upset that I missed it, though. Soothsayer.
Yeah.
No, it's not soothsayer. Soothsaying.
Soothsay something.
Remind us all. Just walk away. Hey, now's the time to pick up your invocation counterbalances, right? Because I'm sure they're still cheap.
Yep, probably really cheap.
Nice. Some FedExing. You didn't tell us, yo, it's Tony, but well, you didn't tell me.
I didn't hear it from you, but putting your voice into that, I can hear it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, we'll be here next Tuesday.
All right, later, Jeff. All right, match. Hopefully it's actually going to start. No more mulliganing, nothing like that.
And we are 24 minutes into the round. It's really nice to have that, an actual clock.
Yeah. Yeah, Travis is always really, really good at keeping us updated.
All right, here's
Other nights, not so much.
turn one death, right?
Need Travis here more.
We'll get them acclimatized. Well, and I could have just set a timer myself, but that was way too much work.
Yeah. Way too difficult for us.
Nate is playing blue cards. Yep. He and I had a Days Wasteland battle, Stifle battle. I don't know if he's playing Stifle now. This was a couple weeks ago. Lingering Souls. He wanted to play Lingering Souls, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, agreed. A lot has changed. It took people a lot longer to figure out the format than people originally thought. In fact, I don't even know that Legacy really has been figured out.
When you don't have one deck that is so dominant, like Miracles was, the format is meta dependent, right?
I've had a lot of people tell me Delver's the best deck, or just like a Delver variant. I've had a lot of people say that Storm is by far the best deck, but I have yet to see any proof that either of those things are true.
So it looks like we just had some action happen, right? Josh tried to brainstorm. It got dazed, I believe. And then he followed it up with the swords on the death right.
Yeah. All right, let's...
Is this time shifted, right? Josh has been lightning quick with his actions. They're playing quick because Josh is playing like a counterbalance lock with Soothsaying, right?
Yeah.
And Josh is also capable of playing this deck quickly.
You know what? Even when I played against Josh last time, I felt like both of us were playing quite fast. Him much faster than me, and I don't think I play very slow, but we still like went to time, and the game actually ended in turns.
Soothsaying counters Delver.
Wow.
Off counterbalance.
Okay.
And Nate looks at his hand and thinks for a minute.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, okay, now I know the Soothsaying's there. This is bad.
Now, that last card in his hand might. I don't think he wants to do that. Okay, he tried to surgically extract there. That was a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. He was thinking. Oh, I can get something. Oh, I can get the Soothsaying off the top of his deck, and he literally forgot the fact that the counterbalance is going to counter that too.
Right. So he does have a disenchant in hand. He doesn't have any white mana at the moment.
Good question, Soul. Sorry. How viable is elves in our meta? Completely viable.
Yeah.
I know that Tony's played it a couple times and he's done really well with it. Elves is a fantastic deck. We don't have a lot of people here playing it, but I do know at least 2 people who own it.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
I think it's a strong deck.
Very strong.
It hurts me.
Yeah. I've tried playing it before. Yeah, it hurt. It probably hurt me more trying to find the lines and trying to pilot the deck than it did for my opponent.
Josh takes some damage and gets Terminused.
Yeah.
Or Nate gets Terminused. Terminused.
Terminated.
Ooh, Terminated. Didn't think of that one. Don't think that's it.
No, I don't think so either.
Oh, it definitely hurt us more to watch it.
I never played it on stream, Jorgensen. Jeez, what the heck?
He just imagined it.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, Kyre playing elves. Yep, that sounds awful. Mm-hmm.
All right, he's spinning the Soothsaying. It's not the same, guys.
Jeez, Jorgensen, I've only played 2 Legacy decks on stream. I played Esper Stoneblade and I've played Jund. That's it.
With Rancor.
I also played Jund with Rancor. That's pretty much an entirely different deck.
Nate, unfortunately, doesn't have any white mana. This would be a slightly different game. If. I don't know if Disenchant's going to exist, though. Okay. This zombie fish is also going to become a farmer here in just a moment.
But now that Jorgensen says that, now I'm fuming a little.
You want to play elves on stream?
Friday. I'm playing elves on Friday.
But you have to actually win with it to get on stream, right?
I'm glad somebody's rooting for me.
Well, Jund was a stip with Rancor, which is
yeah.
And it won in games, so it must be enormously better.
I mean, that ended up so good, Jorgensen. That haven't you noticed that every time Brian has jumped into the chat, he's trying to get more stips for me?
Yeah.
That's how much he enjoyed watching me with the stip. Because, I'm not asking for more stipulations, and yet here's Brian let's get Kyra another stipulation. Nah, but I'll play elves.
So it's not spin the top, it's ring around the rosies. Is that what they're doing in the Soothsaying? Here's the Soothsaying art again for all of you guys that just missed it so much. I think Kyrie needs to play with dinosaurs in his legacy deck as soon as they become legacy legal.
Bruh, you hadn't noticed that? Maybe it's because you're usually jumping in for like round 2, and usually Brian's only in for the first round. Brian was saying earlier that people went on this huge leech tangent in the first round.
That was a thing that happened today, isn't it?
Go rewatch the first round at some point.
Tribal leeches was a thing.
But Brian was like, can we get a stip for Kyra to play Putrid Leech in his Jund deck? And I'm like, oh my goodness. I've already played so much Putrid Leech in my life.
Okay, so here's a great thing. Josh is activating Soothsaying at end of turn. Nate is responding with a fetch so he can try and disenchant something.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as there isn't a 2-drop on top, Josh is going to have a hard time spinning the top here.
Yeah.
So somebody said a minute ago, is it Rose? Watching Josh play this deck is a good way to learn how to play this deck.
Absolutely.
Right? He usually plays the smartest line, and he's usually done it before I figured out what I would have done.
It's actually kind of hard to commentate on because he knows the intricacies of the deck to such a point that I really, a lot of times I just can't kind of, I know he's doing things that are productive and that he's getting somewhere, but it's really hard to see the line until you see it all come together.
So Nate successfully disenchanted the counterbalance, and Josh ended up with a back to basics on top of his library. Nate tries to daze it.
And he just pays. He just pays for the daze.
He's got the extra mana. So Nate's lands don't untap.
Nope. I think that's the only real reason he dazed is because it was tapped, and now he can just play the Underground Sea.
He can get it back, and play a card. So this is a fairly decent answer in Deathrite Shaman. It allows him to... Ooh, it just gets swords.
See, Jorgensen, you are on the same page as me. Like, if I'm going to do a stipulation, I want to see something interesting, something that I could actually succeed with.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, like, play with an awful card and then lose my first round and not end up on stream, right?
And a 1 of Rancor is actually effective.
Well, the Rancor's actually a powerful card.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it doesn't fit in Jund, but...
Nate says,
whatever.
You got me. Back to basics gets there.
But it obviously did well.
So Josh successfully locks out with Soothsaying and Counterbalance.
Yeah.
Nate finds the answer for it, is able to pull it off, and Back to Basics ends up right on top of Josh's library. And that does it for Josh. Let's see if we jump over... There's Corey and Soldiers. That was already done a while ago.
Yeah. That ended much, much faster than we were expecting, which means... You guessed it.
I'm going to ask. Who?
You guessed it. Bryce and I get to sit here and talk more and more. Yeah, exactly. Rancor is absolutely a powerful card. It just typically it's used in a creature-heavy deck, which Jund is not. For instance, when I put the Rancor in my deck, my biggest fear was casting Bloodbraid Elf with no creature on the board and actually hitting Rancor and having no targets to put on it. Which, I mean, that's not highly likely. But that was my fear, right? Like, I play Bloodbraid Elf because it gets me a massive amount of value, and that's one of the biggest reasons to play Punishing Jund. And yet, now I actually have a card in my deck that's just terrible to hit in a certain situation, right? Like, I think most times I play a Bloodbraid Elf, the only creature I have on the board when I cast it is usually a Deathrite Shaman. Unless I'm, already winning by quite a lot. But no, it was a lot of fun to play with Rancor, and you guys saw me on stream, I'm not sure if everybody here saw it, but it was a lot of fun to win with Rancor on stream. Not something I expected to do.
All right, I'm back with the report from the floor.
Okay, let's hear it.
Corey lost 2-1 to Eldrazi.
Unbelievable.
He said game 3 that he mulled to 6. Kept a hand with 2 Chrome Mox, but no lands. And his opponent, who was Caleb, played a turn 1 Ratchet Ball. So that ended game 3 pretty quickly.
How many Tundras and Soothsayings do you think he runs? Now's a good time to.
We can certainly ask him. He's. Somebody earlier was saying 3 Soothsayings and
It was opposite. 2 soothsayings, 3
I'll
counterbalance.
get it. I'll get a count. None of the guys right next to me.
He wants to know how many tundras as well. I don't know why tundras. Why tundras, it's Tony? Because don't most miracle decks play 4? Yeah, we've got some downtime. We can get that info. No, Jorgensen, I would love to do another stipulation. Let me know if you find anything cool. I think it'd be fun. Personally, I'm looking to play some different legacy decks. I've been playing a lot of Jund, and how far do these stips go? Can we get you to play an entire deck? You can. Okay, let's put it this way, Jorgensen. I would absolutely play a deck if you do a stip. The only problem is I don't own a lot of cards. Like, I own a cube, but that's one of everything, and most decks involve multiple cards, multiple of the same card. So Jund is the only deck I actually own for Legacy, but I have access to a lot of decks. So right. What do you have in mind?
I've got a count for you guys real quick. He's playing 2 Tundra, 2 Soothsaying, 3 Counterbalance, and a full set of Terminus.
Full set of Terminus. So no Entreat.
No.
No Entreat.
It's Mentor and Counterbalance and Jace.
Okay.
I'm not sure how many Mentors are in it.
That's really interesting. I think with playing Soothsaying at all, I feel like you just want that one Entreat in your deck, but maybe that's just coming from a person who likes to have something to win the game.
We just haven't seen it, so I don't think it's there.
250 card Scape Shift. Is it Rose? There's a reason. Yeah, I don't know, man. False Cure.
Yeah, it's a great deck. It's actually quite interesting.
Until end of turn.
There's a list we could find.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting. I'd probably have to jam some games with it and find a way to get it put together.
That's the thing, is you kind of have to know what you're doing with that deck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think there's any deck that, like, terrifies me to play. I'm not that great of a combo player. So, if this is, like, a real combo type thing, which, looking at False Cure, it looks that way. We're pulling up a list because Bryce is all over this.
I'm not sure if this is the list or not for False Cure.
Probably not.
I haven't seen the False Cure list.
Jorgensen, can you send us a list? Do you have one pulled up?
There is a Kavu Predator plus False Cure. Is that? Maybe that's it.
It could be.
So you give your opponent life off of Sky Shroud Cutter and Invigorate
and
Refreshing Rain, and then you and Nature's Claim. All right. So this one plays.
It's pre-ban.
Top. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same. Yours is playing Dark Confidant. This one on MTG Goldfish.
Pull that one back up. I want to see.
Is similar. They've got Swords and Plowshares.
I could definitely get my hands on these cards.
Right?
So yeah, I'd have to find something for the one Sensei's top. Like, that doesn't sound like a big deal.
This is, Jorgensen has led us into his decks collection here. We can see them all.
Some awesome stuff.
Let's go back here to this one.
Yeah, this is a really interesting deck. I just stick a Soothsaying in there. Just add blue just for the Soothsaying. Yeah, it looks like there's a ton of jink in there. It's awesome.
We can just.
It's almost like Fox's Binders of Puns. Except this one's much more usable.
These are just the legacy decks that he has built, right? That's all.
Oh, just the ones
Right,
he's built.
right.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they don't share dual lands either.
Wow.
All right, let me give you guys a count here. We're right at a 40-minute mark, so hopefully this round ends a little quicker than the last two.
I will say this though, Jorgensen, the deck that I was looking to play here pretty soon. I don't know if you remember this, so I'm just gonna refresh your memory. Do you remember they called it the Zombardment deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was a little while ago that we talked about it, but I am actually like 3 cards away from building that, and that's what I was thinking about playing. Yeah, of course you can't build them all at once. Nobody would expect you to do that. Oh,
I do.
goodness
I
gracious.
expect you to.
Yeah, get out of here, Bryce. Yeah, so this Zombardment deck, that's what I was thinking about playing. Titanium Fins. The only things that I need for this deck is a couple Contamination, which and the one of Phyrexian Tower. So I think it cost me about $50, but that's not too much.
Tower's a little pricey.
They have them here. I'm sure I could pick one up for a decent price.
$30 right now.
Due to how Paragon does their pricing. It's pretty amazing.
Right.
So if you guys don't know, we actually take the market price of a card and take 5% off of it and then sell it to you. Yeah. Our prices here are fantastic.
It's true.
Yeah.
To the point where some cards they have trouble keeping in stock.
Yes, we do.
But the cards that are in stock are fantastically priced.
Yes, absolutely. We move through cards so fast here; it is absolutely insane.
You're not gonna pay for the stip for Zombardment? Yeah.
Oh no, of course not. No, I was saying that I'm just gonna play that one.
You're gonna play crafted war gear.
Yeah, I wasn't asking for a stip on that.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah, you just need Bitter Blossoms. That's even cheaper. Oh no, it's not cheaper. Holy cow! How much are Bitter Blossoms? Wow, they're like $36.
Yeah.
Or at least on Goldfish they are. Wow, that is a lot of money. Yeah, I'm really excited about this deck.
There's some weird things that you can do where I played against Bombardment not knowing what I was playing against, what the full list was. And it did some things that I felt unfair is what happened. That's kind of how I felt.
Hey, Is It Rose? Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you.
Yeah, come on back next Tuesday night. Kyra and I are here pretty much every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday?
Night. And you'll see some of these guys every week. Other times you won't. You'll see
different people. Yep.
Totally new people.
Yeah, and on your way out, we also stream Friday. We have different streamers for Friday, but we stream Legacy, and then Mondays we have Standard. And I might be doing more streaming for Standard on Mondays.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
You're going to get your Standard knowledge on.
The fact that I streamed yesterday makes me feel like it might become a little more regular. We'll see.
I would go. He played a Standard card, and he's attacking with a Standard card.
That's actually what I did. You guys can take a look at the stream yesterday. That's actually how I commentated on it. I'm like, oh, yep, that's a blue Standard card. You can tell because it's blue.
Is that how you can tell?
Yep. We're losing Kyra to the dark side. Not quite. I mean, the dark side does have more cookies, but you're not quite losing me. Legacy is by far my favorite format. I'd much rather be here than streaming or playing Standard.
Yeah.
Like by a long shot. It's not even close.
Sila, if you can't make it out here, Paragon City Games does sell cards on TCG Player right now, and they've got a pretty decent amount. And most of them are priced really nicely. And if you want to support them that way, that's awesome.
Yeah,
and they're quick about shipping stuff out.
Yeah, every morning I know that Jaden comes in and gets all of our TCG orders out. We have a lot. Like the prices that we're putting on TCG are actually like really competitive with everything else there, and that's we're moving cards very, very quickly. So take a look at us on TCG.
And of course, if you have a extra Twitch Prime account hanging out and you want to subscribe to us here, we won't say no.
No.
We'll let you.
In fact, we'll probably like be excited about it. More than likely.
We're going to transition over here to Corey as he goldfishes for a minute.
And it's more exciting than our faces.
Yeah. We get to see this soldier's deck and how it plays those early turns.
Once I start down that path, forever will it dominate your destiny?
Mm-hmm.
Not quite. Think about it this way. I've been playing Standard ever since I started playing Magic, and I've never actually stopped, so I'm still playing Standard.
He was always on the dark side.
I've been jumping into the light side for a while now. It's kind of bright. My eyes hurt, but here I am.
But dinosaurs and pirates, guys, come on. Who's not going to be playing Standard?
I have to admit, I'm probably just going to dirtle around with pirates and dinosaur decks.
Can we just have, like, block constructed instead of Standard? Ah! Well,
Really?
why not?
That is super interesting.
We should call Amazon and make them rectify that situation.
Well, you're still welcome to take a look at our TCG.
Yep.
I don't know if you can give donations, but we can we can take those instead of subs or whatever.
Just join us.
Yeah, just join us. Seriously,
you don't have to.
just you coming in is plenty of support.
Yep. Just watch some Legacy as we try and come up with bad puns that are better than HC Foxes.
Yeah, we're not very good at it, but we definitely try.
Yeah, draw four soldiers, right? See, that's how it would go. If you were goldfishing this deck, you'd be like, okay, here's this. Look at the top 4 cards in my library, and oh yeah, there's 4 soldiers every time. And then you play a game, and it'd be like 1, and not the one you want. Corey doesn't know that I'm showing him goldfish this deck.
Nope.
But,
he's gonna have to deal with it.
yeah, he's the one who's doing it under a camera, so he can go back and watch himself goldfish. So this is one of the really cool things about having the stream here is because I play Legacy here as
Yes.
well, and is being able to go back and watch your matches against competitive players and see your errors or see your possible lines of play is a really cool resource.
It is. How do we know who's winning? You look for the player, and that's the one.
the one that's out?
Yeah,
no,
the one that's
I always
there.
feel like I'm losing when I goldfish.
I felt that once.
Don't you ever just like, well, and I took 5 damage this turn?
I feel like I kind of end the game at some point where like I feel like I've killed my opponent, and then there are other times where like it just doesn't pan out, and I just like look down and I'm like, okay, yep.
It's turn 10, and I played
it didn't
one
happen.
thing.
Yep, didn't happen.
How do we know who's winning?
Oh, you keep trolling the Friday guys? That's cool.
Good.
Oh, then still sorry. You've seen me play some Magic then. Excellent. Because that's when I get to play is Friday.
Yeah, Kai successfully beat me on stream. Was that last Friday? Or 2 Fridays ago?
Two Fridays ago? Because I didn't get to play this last Friday.
Yeah, it must have been.
I was really upset. I had to work.
I was really upset.
It hurt.
All right. Well, I'm not sure why every round is...
All right, so Jorgensen, put the stip aside. We don't need to worry about that right now. What am I playing this Friday? Am I going to try to play this Zombardment deck, or should I be playing... Or do you want me to butcher elves? I'm curious to see what you want me to do. It might be hard for me to get my hands on 2 containment or contamination. Sorry, it might be hard for me to get 2 of those.
I might have one.
Really? Okay.
An extra contamination.
I'm sure that people in this store have them, but I'm gonna have to stick my neck out there and find who. Zombardment for sure. All right, I'll try to get it put together. We'll see what we can do.
Tim's die.
Contamination is a $14 card.
That's crazy. Will you see him? Okay.
All right, here we go for the round 5 of Corey goldfishing, and Chrome Mox is kind of an interesting card. It allows you to ramp, right? Accelerate.
Yeah, it does.
Not really ramp, but you get to accelerate. But with Thalia, old Thalia, small Thalia, it's kind of not fun.
A turn 1 shut your entire deck down for the next 3 turns.
But you could potentially turn 1 Thalia, so...
Yes, you can. Jorgensen, we can absolutely do that. Oh my goodness. 100% easy.
And the commentators that are in here have to tell you all of the bad comments that are coming while you're playing.
What's so
See, there
funny
we
though
go.
is Magic released a rule that actually
Right.
tells you not to do that.
Can't do that.
But I would do it. I would do it for Stip.
And part of the stip, hold on, is that somebody is reading off all of the Twitch comments to you while you're playing.
Oh my heck. How do you expect me to win? I'd be
fantastic.
laughing.
That'd be fantastic. I like this idea.
Oh my heck. That'd be absolutely hilarious.
Or not even lands in front of you, just reading the Twitch comments as you're playing.
I mean, what else do you want me to do? You want me to face my cards towards my opponent too?
So what was our last step? Was it $5?
It was $5 and I put a Rancor in my deck.
Okay, yeah.
I don't.
If you want Kyra to do something, we'll take the $5.
I'll take interesting Stips.
Oh, he has to come in after.
And accept the abuse to his face.
I don't know if that works though, because he can just. You guys paid me to do it. That's an easy defense.
That's probably. Right? I don't know. No, honestly, if I took the Stip, I'd defend it hardcore.
All right.
I'd be the person taking the hit. Yeah, it's because you got there late, Jeff. What do you expect? Play with all my cards upside down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I could put my lands out in front, turn them upside down, so my cards can read, so my opponent can read them, just in case. Zombardment would actually be a good deck to do that because I guarantee you my opponent's gonna have some readers anyway. I'm playing with Grafted War Gear in my deck. A couple of Enlightened Tutor. That's not a card that's in everything. You know, like some people might actually not know that card well. Contamination. Phyrexian Tower.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another weird land too. If you
And there's some weird interactions that.
Undiscovered Paradise. That's not a card that a lot of people know well. Not only that, but Hidden Stockpile. That's a standard card. We're playing Legacy. You really think people are going to know what that card does?
All right, so we've got Corey. This is round 4.
Okay.
Let's fix this.
This is Corey versus Josh, right?
I think Josh ended up playing down.
Oh, is he?
And our other match.
I think this is Nate. This is. Who is this? Hey, go Soldiers!
All right, we'll stay here for now because I'm not sure who we have on our other table.
All right. I'm down to watch some more Soldiers. We get to see all the normal decks. Is that what we call them? The decks that we're used to seeing. The expected decks. We get to see those every week.
And this version of Miracles, it's not even Portent Miracles really, is new to me. I haven't seen Soothsaying and Counterbalance and Portent.
Meta decks. Yeah, for sure.
And it's been a while since I've seen a Counterbalance lock.
Yeah, it has been a while. I think a lot of people were really excited that we wouldn't see those anymore. And here's Josh like, oh no, you're seeing it.
Yeah.
You're living it.
All right, Josh gets to play first, and he immediately gets to Soothsaying, which is nice since Corey has a Chalice of the Void.
On 1. Well, he could play it on 1. I don't think he will now that Soothsaying's already been cast.
There's still a lot of things counterbalance on 1 hits.
It does, but I don't think he wants to.
Chalice.
It's a City of Traders. I think he's going to play the Plains and follow up with the Traders. He wants to be able to chalice, but I don't think he's going to do it this turn. Oh, well.
He heard you say that and
I know.
disagreed.
He's like, haha, got you, Kyre. Yeah, you got me. All right, it's a Cavern.
Yeah, there definitely is a lot invested when you have to go City of Traders into Cavern on the draw.
Right.
Versus getting to do it off of like an Ancient Tomb on the play.
Add 2 mana. Play Cavern.
Cavern of Souls feels good though, right? I think
Yeah,
he
I
probably
think-
said.
I think this is going to put a preeminent captain in play. Or a
Soldiers?
recruiter? Recruiter.
Can't be countered.
Cannot be countered. So what do you think he's getting? A 2 mana Thalia?
I think so. You want a 2-drop here. Maybe. Maybe he's got one. Maybe he's got one in hand.
No, I don't think so. I honestly think that the best take is 2 mana Thalia. He's looking at preeminent captain though.
The time of the 4th round when I start yawning.
I know, right? It's always the round that I feel like you and I are like, all right, it's getting a little late.
Here we go.
Got my caffeine.
4 rounds in.
Bryce is like, I'm on water. That's why I'm tired.
Oh, it's not even my water.
No, it's not your water.
All right, so Recruiter got a captain, right?
He did. A preeminent captain. Our little Kithkin friend.
Monastery Mentor. Mentor with the Chalice on 1. That's rude, right?
Yeah, it is. Oh, he did have a Thalia. Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
did
wait.
miss that. Yeah.
He had close-up Thalia.
He
That's
did.
That's what she's called.
Oh, close-up Thalia.
Yeah. It's different than old Thalia.
It's not Argyle Thalia.
No, it is Argyle. Yeah.
But it's close-up Thalia.
Close-up Argyle Thalia. Got to differentiate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now he's stuck on land. So this is why I was thinking he could wait on the City of Traders, but it would have allowed him to play a 4-drop if he had done it opposite.
Yep.
But this is the risk he decided to take by playing the Traders as his first land.
Josh has a 3-mana. Oh, he just has some soothsaying. What a great use to be able to use your mana, right? That's what I meant. Thalia with a Argyle on her face. How does Thalia and Chalice work? So 1 mana spells still get countered because it's equal to their casting cost.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't add to their casting cost. Well, like the actual card's casting cost. It's 1 additional.
So you would have to pay 1 more, and it would get countered.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it actually
Yes.
works out. You'd think, if you didn't know playing Magic, that by making it cost 1 more, that it would add to the mana cost, right? But it's not how Magic works.
No, it is not.
All right, Ancient Tomb, perfect draw.
If it was a digital game like Hearthstone, I could see the mana cost actually ticking up
Right.
once a Thalia's in play.
Yeah.
But that's not how Magic works.
Palace Jailer, just what he wanted. And it can't be countered because of Cavern of Souls.
Yeah, Cavern's doing work this game, and finding that Ancient Tomb was everything he possibly could
So
have.
Corey took 2
want.
damage there. He's at 18, not 20. I think Josh wants to find a Terminus, is what I think.
Yeah, we'll keep track of that life total. I'll run out there and have him change it if things seem to settle that way. It sounds
There.
delicious. Thanks for the follow.
He's going to try it anyway. He's going to say counterspell. It's going to cost 1 more. And I think he just wants a prowess trigger. I think that's what happened there.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, and he gets to get rid of the Mentor as well. Man, that Palace Jailer is a card. I feel like it's a card just by giving him the Monarch. I keep forgetting that, he gets to exile a creature as well. Josh sous and leaves it on top. Sous for 1. He rearranges that 1 card back to the top of his library.
He just wanted to know.
Yeah.
What am I about to draw? I could just draw it, but no. All right, we got a Caracas and
5 mana Jace.
5 mana Jace.
Well, 4 mana Jace. It costs 5.
Ah, yeah. Oh yeah, we just went over that.
And Jace is going to brainstorm. So this is definitely an interesting spot, right? Josh is playing for a Terminus. He's going to go find one eventually. Pretty sure. Corey wants to maintain being the Monarch. But now there's a Jace on the battlefield too.
Right.
So it's not clear to me the way, from Corey's point of view, how you attack this. How do you maintain being the Monarch while leaving Jace out there?
Right, and that's kind of the puzzle though, Jorgensen, because this isn't a deck that that hits your opponent well, and even though that what you just stated is definitely what he needs to find a way to do, it's just not simple.
yeah, and you can see Corey here. He's looking at his board, going, "There's a Jace the Mind Sculptor on the board. I don't want that there."
Right, but just the Monarch alone is like keeping up with this Jace.
Mm-hmm.
That's how difficult it is, and Josh is playing a deck that's trying to push your opponent's resources down to 0. How are you doing that when your opponent's drawing 2 cards every turn? Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jailer does have that negative effect that if your opponent takes the Monarch, they probably just win from that point. I think that's why the decks don't typically play a lot of Jailers, and that's why you have to be really careful with when you play them. This Soldier's deck looks like a deck that loves Jailer, though.
Mm-hmm. Especially, you can pump it, make it bigger, play it for cheaper, play it for practically free off of Preeminent Captain.
You know what Jailer kind of reminds me of is there used to be a land that saw a little bit of play, and you could like pay a couple mana and tap it, and it would like give your whole team +1/+0. But if your opponent hit you, then they gain control of the land.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of that, where like once the opponent takes your land, it's like really bad.
It was a war zone something.
Yeah, something like that.
Or blasted war zone maybe.
I don't think so. I'm sure Jorgensen will get it.
Yeah, he'll beat me to it. I'm not even gonna try.
Contested war zone.
It's a war zone.
Thank you.
It wasn't the war zones.
Jay Gross got it before Jorgensen.
Oh, Jay Gross came in. That's Jorgensen's other account, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, of course.
So,
I
is
always
there any
forget.
war zones that are non-contested? I've always wondered.
I don't know. No, it's just it's an interesting strategy. It is absolutely a high risk, high reward. No question about it. I think somebody said that earlier.
Caracas and Athalia on the board here. Preeminent Captain getting down. Corey getting a Preeminent Captain down is pretty strong.
Does he have a captain? Or
a captain of the watch?
Champion of the watch? Or
I don't think he does in hand.
he does,
but
not.
Being able to get anything down is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet you somehow beat us to the obscure ones that we've never heard of.
Jorgensen, you beat us to like every card. That's why.
Yeah.
There's no other reason behind it.
There's definitely when you're talking live on stream, your brain can't actually think of names of cards. It's a thing.
If you ever try streaming, I promise you it'll be that way.
Yeah. Those people that are like on Magic Online, they don't have that problem because there's the name of every freaking card right there.
Yep.
Oh. We have to like look it up. Right? Okay, so Corey's going to play Caracas so that when Josh Caracases his Thalia, he can Caracas it in response. Right?
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's not why. Thalia's Lieutenant. Go team. Yeah, so Corey's in a weird spot here where he can really only play one soldier a turn because of Cavern of Souls, right? Now he'll be able to get a second one out off of Preeminent Captain. That's
Right.
pretty nice.
Yeah, but Jorgensen, like, not only did you get that reputation from that one day, you've kept it up. If you had just done it one time and then we expected you to do it again and you failed, then we wouldn't expect it from you now. But since you've been, like, ridiculously good about it, you're the one who's done this to yourself. I'm sorry.
So the captain isn't a human, right?
No.
We knew this already.
Right. So Thalia's lieutenant comes down and it will not put a +1/+1 counter on Preeminent
see,
Captain.
that's just not, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I was talking up Kithkins earlier, but I guess it's pretty bad.
Thalia's lieutenant being a soldier and not affecting soldiers only affects humans. Seems like it should only affect soldiers. If it's a lieutenant, why do you get to just help all the humans out?
I agree.
So here comes this this look at the top 4 cards of your library and put the soldiers into play.
Or into your hand.
Into your hand. You get a draw. It's almost like they're in play.
Oh, Jorgensen, there are absolutely worse reputations. Are you kidding me? You're the knower. You are our source of information. I mean, if I had that job, it would be an honor.
Okay, so he reveals the War Chief. It's the one that makes soldiers all cost 1 less, and they get +1/+2. From Scourge.
Yeah.
Onslaught block. Legacy staple.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we say legacy staple to every single card that just like
That
isn't
isn't a
just
legacy
isn't a
staple?
legacy staple.
Yeah, that's what legacy
That's how it
staple
goes.
means. I'm pretty sure that's the only time it's ever said.
A la carte TCM, thanks for the follow. You'd have to be right. Oh, that's awesome.
All right. Is Josh remembering? Oh, okay, so he's blocking enough that his Jace survives.
I think he knows that he needs to Terminus now.
You can see that Josh is slowed way down because of that Chalice on 1, right? There's
Right.
a lot of stuff that he's not been able to do. He's going to Force of Will the second Preeminent Captain. Might as well pitch a 1-drop, right?
Yeah, he's not actually doing this to get rid of a Preeminent Captain. He's doing this more for a monk token. I mean, yes, you get both, but
Corey draws a card there because he's still the Monarch. Pretty sure he's wearing a crown, guys. I think it's on his head.
I think so.
Yeah, the whole land's in front. Even the land's upside down thing or the card's upside down thing. That's not magic to me.
Mm-mm.
What is the card that's in Josh's hand there?
It's a Snapcaster Mage.
Snapcaster Mage, okay.
Sir Snappy himself.
So, at this point, Josh could become the Monarch, right? No, he's only got 3 creatures versus 3 blockers.
He's getting close though. And the fact that Corey is attacking is, well, you know what? Did he already brainstorm with Jace?
I don't know.
Now that you said that, we need to do this tip. Hey man, anybody can do this tip. This isn't just Jorgensen we're talking about.
He may have already looked at the top few cards of his library, and so for 4 would have been hoping that 4th one down.
Yeah, he should know the top 2 just off the Jace, right?
Here's a counterbalance. And another monk. Alright. Yep. He's going monarch hunting right here. They've all got 1 prowess. That's what that dice is. Captain QC, you would totally soothe for 4 and pray? Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah, he was saying
use a step?
upkeep, soothe for 4, and just pray to hit the Terminus. I think that's a strategy that would lose Josh the game very quickly if he didn't find it. Probably not a risk worth taking when he You know, when he can actually like.
And if you can become the monarch first, stronger, right?
Right. Right. He could have used the Jace to bounce, but he didn't. He decided not to. He brainstormed. You know, his Jace would have died just to get the monarch, which maybe worth it. You're getting an extra draw per turn, and your opponent isn't getting the draw per turn. It's like, it's a pretty big switch. But can he hold monarch? That's the question. Is once he gets it, will he be able to hold it?
All right, here's a Snapcaster and a Predict, and we don't have a close-up Thalia out anymore, right? No, so it just costs 2.
Right. Something. Silisari, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it.
We didn't have the animation up on screen, did we?
I didn't see
We
it.
didn't see it. Oh!
All cards facing my opponent and lands in front. All right, you got it.
Next time you're on stream,
Yep, I'm going to be doing it with a deck that I don't know.
you're going to be like turning the cards around yourself.
I will be... Awesome. Oh, thanks for the sub, Silisari. That is awesome. I will definitely do that this Friday. I think I'll be playing this weird Zombardment deck if I can get myself a couple of these cards, and I'll let the streamers know. Maybe they'll put me on first round. That's probably when you should look for me.
Yeah.
I think we start that tournament at 7:30 Mountain Time.
Yep.
Yeah. That should be interesting. I can honestly say I have never played Magic that way. For a good reason. But yep, we'll do it.
All right. So we lost the Recruit of the Guard and the Lieutenant. And Josh became the Monarch, so he got his mentor back. One mentor died. It's in the graveyard. Super shiny.
Sorry, continue. I feel like we got one of those notifications earlier too.
So he had a different mentor. He played a second mentor, and then one just died. So he was getting 1 token. He wasn't getting them off of the palace jailed one.
Chappie, now you're glad you're missing FNM. Did we not just mention that afterwards I have to come into the booth and people literally have to make fun of me to my face?
I'm not sure how many things were part of this step.
That's what I was told to do. The Adrian Sullivan special. This is... Wait, Adrian Sullivan always played with his cards upside down. I don't remember him putting his lands in front, did he? Maybe he did.
I don't know.
He always played control decks, so I don't think that ever mattered.
This is such a crazy, challenging game here, right?
It really is.
For both players. I'm not sure. Maybe Josh has got this pretty figured out and knows his line. Whereas Corey, I don't know that he's ever even played this deck before, right? Before today. So some of these choices and looking at cards in hand and thinking through different lines is a lot harder when you've never played a deck. Whereas Josh kind of knows how Miracles works, right? Even if this is a throwing in Soothsaying doesn't really change that. If anything, he might know it better. So now it's like Corey's the one who's hoping he had a Terminus to play. Yeah, I'm not sure that Corey's getting the Monarch back unless he plays another Palace Jailer. Oh, proof that Adrian Sullivan is
Lands in front and upside down.
Here, I don't know if does everybody get to see Jorgensen's? Like some people, because he's a mod, maybe they do.
Yeah, maybe they do. Yeah, Jorgensen, do you know if you're a mod, will your links start showing up? Is that why your links actually?
I'll repost it, redo it if not. There it is. This is so tilting. Who's it tilting for? The fact that Miracles is doing what Miracles does, and we're actually seeing a counterbalance lock again.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's coming back up. I'm slowly uploading.
He says he sees it, so they can see Jorgensen's.
Jorgensen's one? Okay.
Look at that. Mod power. Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't know. We don't want to give Jorgensen too much. Oh, here comes a Captain of the Watch off of Preeminent Captain. No, lands in front, upside down. Wait a minute.
Yep, it's gonna kill me.
This is all for who actually made this tip?
Silasari?
Silasari, yeah. It's up to him, right?
It is up to Silasari.
All right. Things get blocked, some monks die, and Corey's gonna just keep playing things. Here's the Daru War Chief. Soldiers get cheaper.
Yeah, they cost 1 less to cast, and they also get a +1/+2.
+1/+2.
With a Captain of the Watch on the board, this is huge.
Yeah.
These tokens are 3/4s.
So are we in the...
We remain in the terminus or bust phase.
I don't know. It keeps going back and forth. Yeah, I don't actually have the time start on this one. you're making Kyra think through the logistics of this, huh?
Oh my goodness, Jorgensen. That sounds really difficult. We'll see when we get there. How about that? Or if Silasalius makes me do it, then I guess I will, but that doesn't... I mean, you want to see me do okay, right? Like, wouldn't you rather not see me just lose round 1 and not play anymore?
So it looks like Josh did not find a terminus. We are fairly decently far into this game and have yet to see one. He looked at the top 5 cards of his library and there's not one there. And we still have that Chalice of the Void on 1, making Josh's work a lot harder here. Oh, we got some...
Yeah, we are lagging.
Some camera lag here. Oh, okay. It's back.
How I hold my hand is entirely up to you. Thank you.
All right. All right, there's a shuffle. He doesn't like those 5 cards. Let's put them somewhere else. This is still game 1.
Yep.
And we had a lot of our games going to time this today, but I don't think most of those were on Josh, right? When we saw him play, he finished quite early.
Yeah, he did.
I think that Corey and Josh, for those of you who are don't play here at the store, they know each other well and they play each other against each other often.
Often, yes. I imagine Josh knows his entire list.
Maybe. He might not know.
I'm pretty sure that they've at least looked at what they're doing before.
It's quite awesome.
Very good friends.
All right, we've got some rearranging of cards to figure out how combat would work if combat was to happen. I do not believe he has a main deck. I'm sure he does side. I think he's just playing some disenchants.
No, yeah, he's got disenchants on the board. I'd imagine a cast out in the board. He had that in his last one. I think it wouldn't be weird at all to see that again.
All right, Jace bounces a preeminent captain.
And we're gonna take the Monarch. Oh wait, no, all the tokens are still untapped.
Yeah,
That is really interesting.
he's. All right. Yeah, bouncing preeminent captain, losing Jace to do so.
I think what that's doing is keeping him from dying this turn, in hopes that he can soothsaying his way into a terminus, right?
Right.
Captain QC, I'm pretty sure that this upkeep is going to be the desperation
He did it last turn, and it didn't work.
Right.
All right, so here is a mirror entity that could potentially tap for 4, making all of his guys 5 power or greater, right? Because you've got Captain of the Watch and War Chief. Oops, not the way I wanted to do that. So Captain gives them +1/+1 in Vigilance, and War Chief gives them +1/+2. Mirror Entity can make them all base power 4/4.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. And base power 4/4 with this War Chief and with the Captain on the board, that's huge.
Mm-hmm. And they're vigilant, right?
That's 6 power. Right, and that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try not to die, and then he's just gonna tap 6 mana, see if that last card happens to be a Terminus, and
I think so.
Terminus, like I can't think of another line. And Corey's hand is still stacked. Right. Keep this in mind.
Right.
He's been drawing
quicker.
Right, he's been drawing so many cards that he just comes out of this and plays multiple soldiers. Yeah, his hand is full.
All right, so here comes some blockers. He's going to take a lot. he plays Swords to Plowshares. Oh, nope, Chalice. So each one of those tokens could be, 6 power, right? And with the War Chief as well, isn't that lethal? Oh, no, he's not going to go that route. Okay, yep. He's making them all base power 4, and then they get... So that's
Let's
good.
pack it up.
Oh,
Okay.
There's Terminus 3 cards deep.
Yep, he was going to find it. It's good that Corey actually went for the win there.
Yep, that was lethal. I don't think he could block more. I think he blocked everything with every creature he had, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 6/6s. Mm-hmm. That's all. Just 4 of them.
Yep. So there we get to see Mirror Entity win the game again.
Yeah, it's a really good finisher card for a deck that likes to go wide.
And we're probably having some disenchants come in.
I would imagine so. We need to be able to beat these chalices.
Wear and Tear used to be a thing with counterbalanced decks. It's not nearly as strong as it once was,
No.
right? Because it now is the combined mana cost, not either or.
Converted mana cost 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was silly when you could just float a Wear and Tear on top of your library and counter everything that cost 1 or 2. If he had triggered 2 more tokens, I see. If he'd blocked more things. Because he could have like brainstormed or swords or something like that to get a couple more prowess triggers.
I think he needed 2 more to survive that turn. I don't think 1 was enough. Yeah, Corey has multiple cast outs. It looks like he's definitely looking at those to... Yeah, I don't think he wants to get locked out. That seems weird, but...
Yeah, I don't think there was a Thalia on board either. I agree. I think Josh could have cast a few 1-drops that would have gotten countered and prowessed his way to winning. As long as he had enough untapped mana.
Right. Which I don't think he had very many. I think he only had the 2.
That's all I would have needed. If he had 2... I think he had 2 swords.
Maybe he did.
Minimum. I'll ask him after the match is over what he was thinking there, or if that was even a line. I didn't see it. I wasn't thinking that through.
Right.
So Gideon, cast out, Armageddon, disenchant, cards. Non-soldier cards.
Non-soldier cards.
HC Fox would be upset.
Yeah, he would be.
We've got a preeminent captain being very preeminent there.
All kinds of preeminent.
I'm pretty sure if you play with Armageddon, you're not supposed to play with from the vault Armageddon. Pretty sure you're supposed to play with like a Portal 2 Armageddon. Let's see if we can. Let's see while we're waiting. The best Armageddon. Armageddon.
Armageddon.
It's the pirate version. Okay, so here we have. This is the one Corey's playing with, which is actually pretty cool. Except it's got the silly from the vault foiling.
Yeah, the foiling definitely makes the card not as amazing, but
I'm a big
Portal
fan
Second
of
Age.
Portal
Yeah,
Second Age.
I'm a huge fan.
Armageddon.
I liked all the Portal cards.
I like the
all of
reminder
them.
text. It helps just in case you're unsure of what all lands means.
Or destroys
No,
more
not
than
the actual reminder.
Oh,
text.
this includes your lands.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, because the Portal was supposed to be like a beginner kind of a
Right.
set where they didn't want instants to be a huge thing.
There weren't any, were there?
Mm-mm.
For-
There
at least
were a
for
couple
Portal.
or no, I want to say there were like a couple sorceries that could be cast
With Flash.
like with Flash during like combat or like
Yeah.
it was really weird.
Very specific.
Yeah.
We've got the first Portal. Where
Ah.
everything's just really dry.
Yeah, I like the Second Age better.
Let's see what these ones look like.
It's the same art. That's the old one. Classic
Sixth
six
edition's pretty cool. Yeah, that has the starter. Why does starter and Portal get all the cool art, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That looks like. Chalice on 1. Here we go. This looks familiar. This is kind of how game 1 started out. Susang got down on turn 1.
The only difference is that it's not a City of Traders this time.
Yeah, which is a difference.
Yes.
The Quentin Hoover, the original. Oh no, that's just for Wire. Now you got me looking at
All the Armageddons.
Rob Alexander, John Avon. Is it the Portal Second Age? Is that
Portal Second Age is the one that we were looking
no,
at.
that's
that we liked
oh,
the most. Are you looking at the old art? I'm pretty sure that was like
yeah.
5th and 4th ed.
Which is the
Or
oh, Wrath
revised.
of God. Wrath of God.
Oh,
Sorry.
Wrath. Yeah.
I was confused there. I was like, where is a Quentin Hoover Armageddon?
Yeah.
All right, so here's Suppression Field. Activated abilities cost 2 more to cast. to
Yeah.
activate.
So I imagine that Josh is actually just going to pay the 2 mana to correct this fetch this turn.
It also hits Susang pretty hard, right?
Yeah, it hits it really hard. Now it's 3 mana to look at 1 card. That
Right.
actually does nothing.
Yeah.
It actually
Sorry.
close to kills it.
Mini Earthquake. So Josh had the Disenchant for the Chalice on 1. And there's another potential Chalice here. Looks like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Chalice on 1. Josh says, I have a Brainstorm.
That keeps him from fetching this turn. That is definitely interesting. Okay, he found a basic.
And I wonder if he's just searching for a counterspell here.
I think part of him is looking for a force of will, and part of him is just looking to throw away some of these 1-drops.
Let's go with,
Oh, can you pull up chat again as well?
of course.
Oh, I guess it's in the way, huh?
Sorry. I can,
Okay. Talking about the okay, you have the portal one. Put all creatures into their owner's discard piles. This includes your creatures.
Yeah, this is a fantastic card art. I like this one a lot too.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You're thinking of the Annihilation one, maybe? Nope.
That's the whole Heliod, destroying everything.
Not this one. No.
I do like the player rewards one
No,
though.
I'm getting all back. It's
No worries. All right, we got 3 mana and. Oh, sorry, not 3 mana.
oh, just the original is the Quentin Hoover. Yeah, that is a fantastic
6
one.
mana. So he gets rid of his City of Traders, and he's able to play the Captain of the Watch. This is wow, and this resolves. It's a lot of power right now.
There we go. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Hello, Captain of the Watch. Chalice on 1, can't get swords.
Nope. Josh is already on the Terminus or Bust. Oh no. He has Dusk to Dawn.
In hand.
Yeah, he does have it in hand, but the issue is all the tokens are small enough to live through it. It'll kill the captain and keep the clock much smaller. You guys see that? He has a standard card in hand. No way, you found you found Japanese portal ones? I am so jealous. I love Japanese portal cards. And I can say that legitimately because those are the lands I use.
There it is. Way to go. I beat you this time.
Ha.
So, and a war chief. He's going the Lord game plan here. Making these guys large.
Which actually is exactly what Josh wanted.
Yeah. Now they're power 3, right?
He's gonna take a lot of damage this turn. And it looks like he does have a disenchant for either the Chalice or the Suppression Field. Yeah, I figured that would target the Chalice, and he's not going to swords, because the Dusk to Dawn will actually kill everything.
Corey goes down to 5 life here.
No, not Corey, Josh.
Josh. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Warping Whale.
Whale. Counter target
No,
sorcery.
it's gonna get forced. He has to force it. Oh, that is so rough. Warping Whale. Okay.
Warping Whale, the Dusk to Dawn. Just what you expected from Legacy today.
Everybody knew that would happen.
Yeah.
Standard card counters standard card.
He has the card for it, and yet Josh is able to force a will. And let's go.
Yep. All right, that puts. Yeah, that would have been such a blowout. No kidding.
All right, so Palace Jailer is
man.
pretty nice here. Just getting to draw another card. Can he do both? He can't do both War Chief and Jailer.
No, he can't.
So he's going to go with Jailer first. Draws a card at end of turn.
So he has a sword steal to deal with the Palace Jailer, but he doesn't actually have anything to get a creature. He doesn't have a creature. He doesn't have another mana to even use the second half of Death to Dawn to bring creatures back.
Now the question is, did Suppression Field become part of this deck simply to shut down Soothsaying on the other side of the battlefield? I mean, it's a strong card anyway when there's fetch lands running around and 3-color non-basic decks.
Wow.
No basics.
Okay. Yeah. This is huge.
That's a Gideon. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he plays it over Wrath of God. Maybe it's worth keeping. I mean,
because your mentors and tokens can survive.
By casting it, you're killing your mentor no matter what. Right, but your tokens, your
because
prowess.
Mentor has 1 power initially, right? Or is it 2?
2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna kill the mentor, but it's not gonna kill any of the tokens. But the mentor goes to the graveyard, and then Dawn can bring it back. Yeah, Corey did forget to gain his life. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Having a creature is nice, right?
Oh, he did get it. Okay.
Putting him on the mentor has to block plan. Or mentor has to block.
Right.
Monarch needing a block.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he'll get another soldier. He'll play a preeminent captain, which does have first strike.
Ooh, there's a terminus. Sue's saying for 2 here. Has to pay 4 to do it.
Terminus doesn't feel the best, though. I mean, yes, it's something that he wants to do, but yeah, Gideon's really powerful.
Yes, he's having to pay
He
to
does.
do that each turn, isn't it?
I think it's something he's happy doing. He has a City of Traders. It shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yeah, he can still play 2 things, or that and get a token.
So Josh did end up taking the Monarch? I must have missed that. Yeah, he did. Oh, that's where that other 2 damage came from. Okay. Let's read
Wait a
Warping Mail real
minute.
quick. Yeah, so I imagine he's just going to hit with Gideon. Unfortunately, Gideon will probably get swords.
So Gideon right now is legendary
No,
Already?
the rule change doesn't happen until Ixalan comes out.
Ixalan comes out. So
Yeah.
Gideon can't get Caracas yet.
No.
Get your Caracases now, right?
Yeah,
That card gets better.
he was able to see that a swords would be the worst thing in the world, and he's gonna let Josh have one more extra draw before he tries to get in this last piece of damage. Yep. Sue's saying for 2. Draw an island.
Right. Baneslayer Angel, just what everybody expected.
Yeah, that's what I knew would happen.
Yeah, Corey's like, haha, wait. And he
And
draws
he's
a card.
got a Chrome Mox in hand. Wow, Josh has really turned this game around.
Oh, cast out. Hello. Answer.
Never mind. Just kidding.
I drew an answer, guys.
Is that a... No, he's got a Force of Will. He's okay.
Yeah. Still, he doesn't know that.
No.
Does he have Force and blue? Blue card?
Yes. I didn't see what the blue card was, but I saw a blue card.
Cast out Baneslayer? Question mark? No. Nice try.
Snapcaster Mage.
He's going down to 3.
Oh, he'll be going up higher than that. He's going to be able to take care of this, it's Gideon, more than likely. Or maybe not. Maybe he values the Monarch more. Baneslayer Angel. I think you need to click Baneslayer. Or, oh, maybe not.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Shows what I know.
This match is pretty ridiculous, yes. Here's a Baneslayer. It's 5/5. It's first strike and lifelink. Those are the 2 biggies. It flies as well.
Mm-hmm.
The protection from demons and dragons is very important here against soldiers. Right? we're and yet cast out was like the perfect draw.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he wanted. It had to get forced. Ooh, okay. Corey's
Yeah,
gonna go down to 6.
He's gonna try to. He needs to take the Monarch, and it is gonna get swords. Let's pick up 5 life. Oh, is he a soldier? Is Gideon a soldier?
Maybe.
I think he is. Gideon ally.
There's a lot of Gideon cards. Here it is. He becomes a soldier ally. Yeah.
He does. He is a soldier,
So he would be.
he gains that life.
So he would be a 6/7 that just got Sword Star.
No, Gideon is a
He
soldier.
becomes a human soldier ally creature. Yeah, it's buried in there. That wall of text.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. That is awesome. Yeah, that is super funny that he creates knight ally tokens, but he's a soldier. He's not a knight.
Right. So Corey's going to get the Monarch back here. He's going to deal, what, 5 damage?
Put him down to 3.
Everything that Josh just gained.
Did we miss a damage somewhere? That should have been 5. Correct. He was at 8 and he just went down to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought you took 5.
Maybe he did. Maybe he was at 9.
Because he gained 5 off the Baneslayer, so he went from 4 to 4, right?
He was at 3.
Hmm.
Because he casted Force of Will. But nope. Wizards messed that one up.
Oh, he makes a knight, so the token doesn't get the soldier bonus. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Gotcha.
That is pretty silly. He makes a knight ally, but he's a soldier ally,
Yeah.
just to confuse. So he's a soldier, but he makes knights. Didn't we say knights are better?
Usually,
Should
knights
he be a
seem
knight
better to
and
me.
make soldiers? Isn't that how? Doesn't the knight have the army of soldiers? I'm confused.
I am too.
Can you have a soldier knight? Is there such a thing? Is it one or the other?
I think a knight kind of has a soldier in its job description. It's
All right.
just
Captain of the Watch is going to get countered. Josh takes game 2 off of Baneslayer Angel.
yeah.
Just what I expected. I called it earlier. I was like, you know what Josh is going to do to win this game? I did not. I knew he had one of Baneslayer in his sideboard, but I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, exactly. A knight is better than a soldier. So why does Gideon, ally of Zendikar, make a 2/2 knight, but he himself becomes a soldier? Very confusing. He always becomes a soldier, it looks like. All of the Gideons. Yep, human soldier and a...
Maybe Gideon just doesn't stay in one place long enough to get named a knight.
That's it. Definitely.
Which doesn't really make any sense because he makes knight allies. It's like, obviously the knights
He's the person who makes
acknowledge that. Oh yeah, I guess.
He's the one who knights people.
You don't have to be a knight to make other people knights.
Well, not more superior, just more rich. Well, yep, yeah, more superior. All right, so I think.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He's not a knight because he doesn't ride a horse.
Is that why? But the 2/2s that he makes do?
Yeah, the tokens do show a knight on a horse. Yeah.
No. You're
Who does he ride
what's
then? Oh man. Something your mama. Oh jeez. What?
So, time has been called. Meaning
Wow.
these guys ended up 1-1 draw. We don't get to see the third and final amazing round of the ultimateness, unless you guys can convince them to play it out.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're pretty done.
It's pretty late.
Well, that was an anticlimactic ending.
Right? That first game went really, really long, even though they were making plays, right? And it wasn't even like a counterbalance lock that made it go long.
Right.
And Josh was able to pull it out in the end with a Baneslayer.
I would imagine somebody conceded to somebody, though.
Quite possible.
Yeah, more than likely.
With a Force of Will backup. That's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it really was.
Right? There's people watching that want to know how this match of best of 3 ends up.
For funsies.
Exactly. Well, guys, I guess that concludes anticlimactically our
Yes.
Tuesday night stream.
It does.
But of course, join us again next Tuesday. And Friday,
Join me Friday.
We're gonna have some interesting magic happening. Yes.
Yeah, it ended at 1-1, so sorry.
So our rounds are timed, right? And time is over.
Yep, so Friday, I'll be doing this stip that Silasari is having me do. I'll be playing... I'm going to try to play this Zombardment deck. If I'm not able to get the cards I need, I'll play Elves. And
Elves, that'll be a challenge.
upside down with my lands in front. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to try to play Zombardment. I'm serious. That's the deck I want to be playing on Friday. So Legacy starts at 7:30 Mountain Time on Friday. And
which is about 50 minutes, half hour later than our normal Tuesday stream.
yes.
Because I can never figure that out. If I
Right,
live
exactly.
in Eastern, I have no idea what matters. It's way too much work.
Yeah, so come join us there. I'm assuming both of us will be playing, but we'll have some different commentators.
Maybe, yeah. And if
Yeah.
not, if nothing else, we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right on.
Hail Heroes.